One lap to green. You'll be lining up on the inside. The estimated SOF is 2,595. Pit road is closed. Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot. Five cars left to the grid.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome.
There are 2 additional sets of tyres for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Okay, let's go for the first race.
Catch the 6 car. Catch the 22 car.
Hey Ray, happy to see you. Welcome. Today we're going to do some ovals. So there'll be Gen 4. Maybe we'll do another one race. We'll see. And then we're going to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. No, you know, I should put unboxing. Sorry. Dozert, hello. Happy to see you. Welcome. I'm not moving anywhere, as you see. That's the same room.
Catch the 22 car.
Hey guys, seems like I'm not going to talk a lot today on stream because I still got pain in my throat. It's not really good.
About to go green, stay focused. The pace car is off, be ready. Green flag, green flag. Car outside. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Stay low. Keep low. Keep low.
Outside should be better.
Still there.
But it's a bit more dangerous, of course.
Still there. Outside, clear. Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there, still there. Outside, 2 wide. You're in the top 10, still there. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Still there. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Inside,
Okay, this guy
2 wide.
decided to let go everybody. We'll stay here.
Car outside.
Need a little refueling in this race.
Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Clear outside if you want it.
Cornel, thank you so much. Welcome.
Car outside. Stay low. Keep low. Stay low. Stay low. There is a car on
Maybe
the
as
high
we're
side.
staying on P7, I can save some fuel. So let's see.
Stay low. There is a car
Guys,
on the
tomorrow
high
we're going to
side.
have charity race with iRacing. There'll be special event in iRacing, and we're going to be in broadcast split.
Keep low.
You'll see.
Keep low.
Going to race with other streamer. So you're going to see. It's going to be in my team.
Car in P15 just set the fastest lap. 48.1.
But we'll drive Corvette GT3.
Stay low. Stay low.
Starfighter, hello, welcome. And guys, I'm still sick. I still got temperature. It's around like 37 and 5.
Outside if you want it.
Not really good, but you know my body's fighting. That's a good thing.
Outside. Stay low.
Yeah, good thing about Twitch and YouTube, you're not going to get sick from me.
Keep low. Still there, hold your line.
Oh, easy, easy.
Still there, hold your line. Outside, clear. Outside. Still there. Clear high. Car outside.
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Stay low.
As long as we're staying on the inside, this is good. Because we can avoid
Outside,
crashes,
clear. Car outside.
which can happen in front of
Still
us.
there, hold your line.
I'm sorry, I need air. Why do you need air? Like engine not overheating.
Still there, hold your line. Clear outside.
Yeah, you know,
Car
overall mood
outside.
is okay.
Still there, hold your line.
So I'm quite positive, but I'm tired of
Still there. You're on the
trying
bottom,
to get
3
rid of this flu, which I get second time in this month. That's just not really good
Car outside.
that this happened again.
Hold your line.
Because, you know, I wanted to stream, I wanted to race Road Atlanta with Porsche Cup so bad.
Still there.
I did some practice and then boom, I can do anything. Because I'm feeling like shit.
Car on the high side. Still there, hold your line. Clear up top. Car outside. Still there, hold your line. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there, still there. Still there, still there. Car outside, 2 wide.
That's crazy. People going 3 wide already. It's lap number 8 out of 50.
Still there, hold your line. Stay low. Still there. Clear up top. Car outside. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Stay low.
Hey guys, we're going to do unboxing, not unpacking. Because I got some stuff you're going to see.
Car outside.
I'm going to show you.
Keep low. Still there, hold your line. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still hold. Car outside, 2 wide. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Clear outside, outside. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. You're on the
Yeah,
bottom,
thank you,
3
Starfighter. Thank you.
wide. Keep low.
No, I didn't get any flu or anything from 2022,
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
which is, you know, really good.
Still hold.
And this month with these moves and everything, I'm just like, oh, okay, let's get a flu a second time in this month.
Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there, still there. Hold your line. The car in C13 just set the fastest lap. 47.952. Still there, still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still hold. Still hold.
That's going to end in tears, right?
Still there.
Let's go.
Still there, still there.
I think if caution going to happen, we don't need any refueling.
Still hold. Hold your line. Outside.
One mistake from me or from someone on the outside line, we did.
You're in the top 10. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Still hold. Car outside, 2 wide.
Doesn't seem stressful at all. This is really stressful.
Keep low.
GG Gamer, hello, welcome.
Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still
Алекс,
there.
привет.
Outside, 2 wide.
Потому что слишком много коушенов.
Still hold. Car outside, 2 wide.
Ну и очень много ивентов сейчас. На самом деле. И еще я заболела.
Hold your line.
Опять болела целую неделю. До сих пор болею.
Still there.
Но ничего. Потихонечку возвращаемся обратно.
Keep low. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still hold. Car outside, 2 wide. Still there.
Number 8. Can you decide which line you're in?
Outside.
Thank you.
Outside. The leader is running 48.717. Keep
Я
low.
так расстроилась, что я не поехала iRacing на прошлой неделе. Я потренила Porsche. На Road Atlantic очень хорошо
There,
получалось.
hold your line.
И на Xfinity был покано.
Still there.
Кошмар.
Clear
Пропустила
high.
2 классных
Car
трассы.
outside. Still there, hold your line. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside, 2 wide. Still there. Still there. Outside is clear. car outside. Keep low.
Guys, so if we're going to move to the outside line, that instant death.
Still there.
Death. Because it just
Keep low.
one mistake and you
Clear
like you
line.
got nowhere to go. You got a wall and you got next line
Outside.
next to you. It's just horrible situation.
Keep low.
So maybe if we
Stay low.
will be on lap 45, going to move to outside line. Right now we're just staying here
Stay
on the
low.
inside.
Car on the high side. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside, 2 wide. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Still there. Hold your line. Stay low. You're in the middle, 3 wide. Outside, 2 wide. Outside is clear. Car outside. Still there. Keep low.
We almost crashed because someone did checkups on the straight.
Still there, hold your line. Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside, 2 wide.
Kieran, hello.
Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Clear outside if you want it.
Uber and eNASCAR are going really fast, 300 kilometers per hour to deliver your order. But I'm afraid that you have to go to Talladega to take it.
Outside. Keep low. Keep low.
Ah, not even half of the way to go. Crazy.
Outside clear.
Straightaway.
Hey guys, don't forget that we're going to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series today. I think first time in long time NASCAR are going to race. eNASCAR and NASCAR are going to race at Indianapolis. And we're going to race at Indianapolis as well this weekend. I'm going to do this Brickyard 400 with you.
Sorry, I was picking up from here.
I know, who need air? I see the temperature is okay. Absolutely fine.
Car outside. Stay low. There is a car on the
Oh, real
right
people,
side.
yes. Real people.
Keep low.
This is official race in iRacing.
Keep low. You're in the top.
Oh,
10.
Blix, thank you so much for 22 months. Thank you for your sub, really appreciate it.
603. Still there.
Why no name over the cars? We got standings for this. You know, iRacing is a simulator.
Car on the high side.
No names over the cars.
Outside clear.
Everything just like in real life.
Car outside. Stay low. Still there. Hold your line.
I'm jumping back. I got up. I'm about a mile.
Outside clear. Car outside. Stay low. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there. Car outside, 2 wide. Still there.
No, no, Gear 1.
Stay low.
Just going to lose a car, but you can repair it.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
You know, races in real life really safe now.
Still there. Hold your line.
So in real life I get into a few crashes in karting and in formulas.
Stay low. There is a car
Didn't get any injuries from this. Absolutely
car outside.
felt okay to race on the next day.
Too wide. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Outside clear.
Dave, hello. Welcome in.
Car outside. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Stay low.
Hey guys, we're just waiting, staying on the inside line because the inside line give me an opportunity to avoid crashes if some go to happen in front of us. If we're going to be on the outside line, we got less options.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still hold.
So yeah, we got 50 laps in this race, and this is lap number 22.
Still hold. Car outside, 2 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside, 2
Oh,
wide.
something
You're on the bottom,
happening.
3 wide. Car outside, 2 wide. Still there. Still there.
Why do you think that? Secure one. It's not true.
Hold your line. Keep low. Keep low. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there, still there.
Yeah, this is Gen 4. That's a C license oval.
Still there.
And most of the people here was 3K iRacing, which is, for me, it's pretty high for ovals.
Outside clear.
I'm just getting hot.
We're not going to push them, and they're going to push them themselves. Oxfast, hello, welcome. Ah, you won first oval. Great, congrats to you. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, I didn't stream because I catch a flu again, get sick, feeling not really good today, but
Stay low. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
we will stream. We will do a watch along party with eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series because I can miss it.
Clear outside.
And tomorrow we're going to do charity race with iRacing. Someone just go off.
1-3.
Oh good, oh good.
48.636. The car is the
You guys gotta go win right now.
47.927.
Hey guys, we finally get the YouTube partner. So we're now partners with YouTube. I'm so happy. Назревает суета. Я поэтому дистанцию держу небольшую. Реакция заторможенная, поэтому чуть больше места нужно сегодня. Yeah, guys, probably my reaction not the best, so we need a little bit more space. Can you teach me Russian? I'm not a language teacher, unfortunately. У меня температура чуть-чуть. В принципе, ничего особенного. Я Не пью, просто забрызгала себе нос и все. Eric, thank you.
Still there.
Welcome.
Line.
Happy to see you.
Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
I'm speaking Russian and English. I don't know Kazakh, unfortunately.
All around.
I was trying to learn it 11 years at school, but unfortunately didn't have any interest in this language.
Outside.
18.
Clear high.
Oh, someone lagging. That's really bad.
Car outside.
I'm Kazakhstani.
Keep low.
Know a lot of different people living in Kazakhstan. Who just pushed me from the behind? Okay. We're okay. We're okay, guys.
I got hit.
Past up 11. Car.
Well, that was really good, guys. 27 laps was really good.
Catch up 13. Car.
Oh, dog, hello. Yeah, it could have been worse. We just go on to refuel a little bit and yeah, we'll go to the pits. О, сзади чуть-чуть толкнул.
Pit road's open.
Я вроде бы нормально замедлилась. Наверное, можно было бы получше.
Left up 11. Car by.
Ну, еще вся гонка впереди. Так что сейчас запитимся и
Catch up 11. Car.
все будет хорошо.
Hey, Lane, how does my front end look?
Okay, no fast repairs here. This is C license. We have to stay.
Catch up 7. Car. Pit box in.
Stay
10,
for repairs.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. We can repair most of the damage.
Woo! Awesome. You mean I should be without socks? I just really like that my foot's sliding a little bit on the pedal plate. Tom, hello.
Where's pace car?
Amazing, hello. Welcome.
Turn 3.
Repairs are almost finished up.
Okay, we got time. I think we can fully repair the car. Just need to have pace car in like 7 or 6 seconds.
Well, I stayed out because people didn't catch up, and now pit road is closed.
All clear. Punch it.
Great for me.
You can still go in, but you'll just be at the back.
Pit exit open.
You only have 1 tire set remaining. Line up, single file. Catch up
Very
3.
fun,
Car.
to be honest.
Ah, car
There's
ads.
black flag.
That's great.
Oh,
How's the party?
no, you
Jamie,
better-
hello. Happy to see you on my channel. Welcome. Oh, we're doing good. We just get involved into the crash, but almost repair the car.
You just got put in the back.
No, it's a hold if you go after. If you go early, it's
One to
to the
go,
back.
next time by. Line up on the inside. Catch it up,
Oh,
no,
okay, that
car.
line. Yeah, I've only done that early. I screwed someone's race up, sorry.
Well, I'm sure you didn't do it intentionally.
Oh, we have to catch everybody, guys.
Anybody not have damage from a shaking baby?
Ah, no! I got a dog. Thank you so much. Cats are cute, but I prefer dogs. I know they just started to wave, and then someone made a mistake,
Catch it up,
and
seven,
yeah,
car.
that's it. Still look 120 centimeters to
Catch it
you.
up, nine, car.
How much is it?
It's fine. I can be with this hate for you.
A Costco hot dog is like one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Number 9. Can you go ahead, please?
Damn, I gotta go get one then. I wish we had Costco's in Europe. Costco's has a hole in it.
Ah, you're ordering sim rig tomorrow. Good luck with this.
Hell yeah.
You can post some photos when you go on to get it in one piece.
About to go green, stay focused.
Oh, GT Elite.
The pace car is off, be ready.
This is good one.
Green, green, green. Car inside. Sheep high. The leader just did a 14.242. Still inside. Still there at the bottom. Clear. Inside. Still inside. Sheep high. Clear. Inside. Still there, inside. Still there, inside. Clear, car inside.
Hey, I don't like this guy.
You're inside.
Aaron, thank you so much for 52 months. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your sub. Hello, hello.
Car outside. Still there. Clear.
17 to 18 is very wild traffic. I don't know when I'm gonna hit you, just all black.
Number 10 got damage on the front.
When I'm gonna hit you.
Car inside. Sheep high. Stay high, there's a car on the low side. Still there, inside.
I think we can go faster than number 4. Let's go. Алекс, привет. Есть people на Твиче.
Still there at the bottom.
YouTube пока в процессе развития. Мы партнерку вот только получили. Рад видеть на канале.
Still there, inside. Clear.
Oil slicks? I don't think so.
Inside. Clear.
Could have called out the lap car.
Alright, if we're going to catch the train, that'll be great. Let's do this. And guys, today I'm going to speak a lot. The drivers already had enough problems to the track, don't need oil too. Yeah, indeed.
Inside. Still there. You're in the middle, 3 wide.
Try not to give my side job.
Still there. Clear inside, 2 wide. Just set your fastest lap of the session. Outside, clear.
Okay.
The car in Z,
Catch
23.
people.
Just set the fastest lap. 47.
That's good.
6, 5, 2. Car inside. Still there, inside. Stay high. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Clear.
Yes, we get 3K! Finally. I'm so happy.
Inside. Clear. Car inside.
And guys, today we're going to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. Don't forget about this. It's going to be a really fun race, I think, at Indianapolis. And then later this week we're going to do Indianapolis as well. That's going to be a special event, Brickyard 400, which is, I think, the part of the Nice series, as always. So yeah, we're going to do this. Yes, I love Indy with Indy 500. Unfortunately, this year we just crashed. Really sad crash, so someone behind me didn't pay enough attention. But you know, it is what it is. It's just racing, so it's okay.
Outside, the leader is running 48.467. Keep low. Outside, 2 wide.
Thank you.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Clear up top.
I'm pretty sure Indy will be really fun with Xfinity with next gen cars also.
I can go. We were going 2 or 3, we still weren't catching the back.
Gotcha.
I'm running on 30 seconds of optional right now. Me too.
And guys, we still got like 16 seconds of optionals.
I take it you're in the same position.
I just couldn't go to the pits because we had to catch up everybody. Yes, I saw Days of Thunder. It's absolutely amazing movie.
Clear outside.
And also car was number 46 in this one. And my favorite, Tom Cruise.
Car outside. Keep low. Still there.
You know, from all racing movies, I think Days of Thunder just one of the best.
Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Still there. Car outside, 2 wide.
Old? You mean me?
Outside.
Bro, what are you doing?
Outside. You're in the middle, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
Wow.
Clear. Outside.
Wow, thank you.
Still there, hold your line.
Our movie is old, yeah, it's came out in 2000, yeah?
See it either, sorry, Ken. You're good.
Don't push me now.
Car outside. Keep low.
Oh, that's like 24 years ago.
Outside, clear.
Crazy.
Car outside.
Not really good push.
Stay low. Keep low. You're on the bottom,
Jamie, all
3
good.
wide. Hold your line.
So just keep going.
Too wide. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Still there. Outside, clear.
They're going to die ahead, 100%. TC, hello. Welcome. So you guys, no worries, we just keep going.
Inside.
Maybe I'm going to regret about this, but we got just 10 laps to go. TC, thank you so much for 32 months, really appreciate it, thank you.
Got 10 laps to go. Keep high. Keep high. Clear.
Yeah, that's not big right now.
So the people I know that big pack will happen.
Outside.
Okay, good situation for us.
3 wide. Outside, 2 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Hold your line. Car outside, 2 wide. Still there, hold your
Blocking
line.
inside, you're after him.
Stay low. Still there.
I'm high.
You guys, we're going to finish the race,
Still there.
and we'll go to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series, because
I go up to the wall.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
a pre-watch party going to start at 4:30, my local time.
Car outside, 2 wide. Clear high.
Oh yeah, I think you saw this one.
I wanted to give you some air,
Car inside.
19.
You're in the middle, 3 wide. Car outside, 2 wide. Outside is clear. Caution, yellow flag. Wrecking in turn.
Thank you so much.
Pit road is closed.
Yes,
Half
sir.
the 17 car. Half
GeForce, hello.
Half the 4
Bullshit,
car.
I was
Half
in
the
front
10
of the
car.
thing. Fuck that. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Guys, I think he's
Toxic.
I was, bro.
Oh, we will go for repairs, guys. No worries. No worries. All good.
What happened there?
I don't want to be on the hot side.
Half the 4 car.
I
Half
thought it was
the
so fun,
23 car. Half the 11 car. Half the
Well,
17 car.
I just, you know, I kept my line. That's it. Abandon. Hello, welcome.
At that point. It's worth the risk.
I wanted to start Porsche Cup, but unfortunately get sick. So yeah, hopefully next week I'll be able to run some Porsche Cup for you.
Catch the 1 car. Catch the 20 car.
Thank you to everybody that was behind me that gave me room to save it right there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, could be worse into the wall. Someone just, you know, not paying attention on behind, as always. As always.
29, don't be scared to push me again. I'll keep it straight.
Pit box in 10.
I didn't do Porsche Cup at Road Atlanta, unfortunately. I missed previous week with streams.
3, 2, 1. Right here. We can only repair some of the damage.
Oh, 20 seconds, not bad. You know, I thought that we will have like 1 minute once again.
I didn't want to push in.
No, I didn't see. I didn't watch Mad Max. Wanted to do this.
People check up a little bit and just don't have much warning, especially with these noses not lining up perfectly.
Yeah, now we're getting our repairs, going to the race, and yeah, and hopefully we'll gain positions.
I didn't see the checkup, and then all of a sudden you were on
We're
my hood.
done. Get going.
Yeah, 1 for 1. You were on my hood, now I was on yours.
You are out of time.
Yeah, I noticed that when
Line
I
up,
get
single
pushed,
file.
like the car
Catch
would
the
look like my
23 car.
Yeah, they're not as bad, but I mean, if there's a solid checkup, you're still going to lift somebody's rear tires up.
No, 2 times someone pushed me already. 2 times in this race. Crazy. Yeah, guys, we're still going. We're still going. No worries. Race is still here.
Xfinity, you can blow over. It's just you have to have a lot of air being pushed at you. I've blown over an Xfinity before.
What's a blowover?
A flip.
Catch that 23 car.
Yeah, it typically causes air getting up under the car and shoving you over. I was gonna say, it's rare that I
Is
see
Tom
an
Cruise
Xfinity
better
car,
than Mel
blow over
Gibson?
anyways.
Oh, that's a hard question. But, you know, personally, Tom Cruise is one of my favorite actors.
Even in real life, I don't
Now
really
avoid the
see
big one.
somebody
Let's go.
make a car blow over in the last few years.
Any drafting tips?
Only way you can do it.
Well, with Gen 4, with Arca, you don't have to push cars in front of you. Because you can crash car in front of you. It's really dangerous, so you have to push car in front of you if you're 100% sure where to push.
The last blowover
The car which is ahead of you.
Snyder in 2022.
Hell yeah, we're gonna wreck again, because I'm gonna put the 6 on the wall.
With Xfinity, with next gen, you can push no problems. Like you're not going to crash the car in front of you.
I don't know.
It would be funny.
It just took a,
Oof.
a good number at the time.
Turn that 6 to a 9.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. I wasn't trying to block my earlier. I was just giving you guys air.
Well, the last which I watched with him, there was War of Worlds. Absolutely amazing. And Minority Report. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, I just have a bit of fun.
That's okay. Meow.
Good luck.
And Dylan, this bitch.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is in.
Oh, and Rain Man, of course, Rain Man. This one is amazing, also. No, didn't see Risky Business.
The leader just did a 16.434.
Going to add this movie to my list.
Alright, Lee.
5 to go.
I didn't
Time
do
to
anything
push.
wrong, did I?
No, I just didn't expect you to go down that soon.
I knew if
Top
we
Gun,
did
I think
something
I like the last one a bit more than first one, but you know, first one give you really warm vibes and you know, good memories and everything. For Ixon will get a penalty. So try to stay away from troubles. Let's go. Got 4 laps to go. Oh, car not the best.
Inside. Still there at the bottom. Still inside. Clear.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Keep pushing, 10, we're gaining.
Yeah, I'm trying to push the hell out of you.
Yeah, guys, I think our car is bad after all these crashes, but they're building 3 lines. That means maybe they're going to slow down.
447.
Nice, this guy knows how to push. That's good.
We're trying to squeeze.
Car inside. You're in the middle. 3 wide.
We're good.
Still hold. Clear. 2 wide. Still inside. 2 left to go. 2 to go. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Okay, guys, 2 laps to go.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear. Outside. Still there.
Sorry.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You got about 5 laps of fuel left. Car outside. 2
Wow.
wide.
Why does 23 did this?
Outside.
Oh, easy. Easy.
Stay low. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
White flag.
Still there. Still there. Outside, 2 wide.
Guys, will be focused.
Still there, hold your line. Wrecking in turn 1. Wrecking in turn 1. Inside. Clear inside. You got the black flag. You have to drive through the
Of
pit
course.
without stopping. Outside, 2 wide. You've got wheel damage. Clear outside if you want it. Wrecking in turn 2. Wrecking on the back stretch. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.1 seconds. Car stopped ahead. Wrecking on the
We're just
back
going
stretch.
to finish, you know?
We both died, but somehow we're still driving.
Tyler, you should push me! Push me, Tyler! Tyler, no!
Don't do it. Don't pass me. Don't pass me.
Car outside. Outside, clear.
Oh, that's really sad. But you know, try for many incidents, 17 incidents.
Nice run, 30. That was dope.
Okay.
Man, thanks for not
What penalty will
pushing
be
me
for
up the
this?
wall. You kept it clean. I really appreciate that.
Good job. Very good job.
Yeah, someone pushed me to the line.
I knew it was gonna be a drag race. I wanted to let it
No,
happen.
Ray, I
Nice
didn't
win.
see Stroker Ace. Didn't see this one.
I appreciate that, man. If I see you out there again, I'll work with you.
Yeah, I'll
It would have cleared before the line, really? Okay. Okay then.
6, he's a bully.
Yeah, we got minus 10 positions. You know, we
everyone over the finish.
I think we would be with the same position. All right. We're losing 3K. Okay, going to get it. All right, let's go to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. Let's see what happened here really fast, and then we'll go. Hey, Peter, welcome in. Happy to see you here.
Good job.
Hell yeah!
Well, I don't know if 28 could do something. I don't think so. And this is a second potion. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Aaron, would we gain some time if I would go to the pits to serve the penalty? Alright, copy that. So I'm just going to do this next time. If it's going to happen. Well, this one is really unfortunate. Because why this guy just returned like this? Okay. So, let's go. Yeah, got it. So it's only works at Dega because of the picked exit is before start finish line. Copy that. So just like a summit point, I think. So pits ending and then start finish line at summit point. Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
I guess you could call it a new era of road course racing in this series. Of course, it was Bobby Zielinski, it was Parker White, again, a newcomer somewhat to these road courses who may get...
Что это было на последнем круге? Ну, бывает. Из-за того, что мне въехали много раз взад, дали мне 4х, у меня в итоге 17 синков было в конце. Как-то так.
Towards the front of this field. I think it just goes to show the nature of the driver that's starting to qualify for this series. The drivers are more well-rounded, more experienced, more skilled than they've ever been at any point in this series history, and I think that creates a lot of parity that we even start to see at these road courses. And what about, you talk about parity, look at the playoff standings right now. Yes, we have Wilson with 3 wins. Zielinski gets his second. He has 2 road course victories this year.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a win that are in the postseason right now. Again, Keegan Leahy, Malik Ray, you can see it right there at the bottom of your screen, have a win, but are currently outside the top 20 in points. Malik Ray just 13 points back. So in these next 2 races, he needs some solid finishes if he wants his win to qualify him for the playoffs. Also a note of Parker White, nearly or has a shot to compete for the regular season championship that would lock him into the postseason as well. As we take a look at segment 3 points, which again kind of mirrors what we've been seeing throughout this whole season.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab the tea and return back to you just in like a few minutes.
As well. And how about Graham Boland, Alan? Not
You're beautiful to see. Stinky, hello. Happy to see you here. Welcome. Yeah, guys, we're going to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. Race going to happen in Indianapolis. Going to be a really interesting race, I'm pretty sure. We're cheering here for TK team and for Casey Kieran, of course. And we'll see who's going to be our hero today of this race. I'll be right back.
They're 59 points out, but if you look, the top 5 is separated by 69 points. You can get about 72-point swing between the 2 drivers on your team in one race. So the top 5, top 4, a really tight race still, and then you go down a little bit. It's a very tight race for all those teams, those team standings. Don't forget that trophy on the line.
Those teams want those trophies. And you know what I want? I want to look back at some of the best times that we've had in a little segment that we call The Vault, where we look at the series past. Our iRacing staff writer, Justin Malillo, actually put this together looking back at 2018, where it brought us the legend that we know as the 4-time.
Ray Alfalla is famously known as 4-time, but how did he earn that title? Well, in 2018, he was poised to get back on top and take back the crown from Flying Ryan Luza, the hotshot rookie who won the championship on debut in 2017. Once again, Luza was fast out of the gate, taking wins at Fontana and Las Vegas early in the going. Alfalla countered with his 3rd career win at Richmond. By the end of the regular season, Luza had 3 wins to Alfalla's 1. Both would return to the Championship 4 for the 2nd year in a row, joining Matt Busa and Michael Conti at Homestead. Luza dominated the day early, with Alfalla trailing in his shadow. Coming to 35 laps to go, Alfalla looked inside on Luza, but couldn't get the pass done. He decided to pit in for the undercut instead, forcing Luza to pit 2 laps later. Alfalla's dig through the access road and 2 laps fresher tires put Ray ahead of Ryan as the pit cycled through. It was Alfalla and Luza, nose to tail, with the title on the line. On the final lap, Luza just couldn't get there as he ran out of gas exiting the final corner. Ray Alfalla was crowned 4-time, and to this day is the only multi-time champion in the 15 seasons of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Again, really great to look back on this series, and so many of the drivers, many of which have had pretty illustrious careers at this racetrack. Again, Ray Alfalla has 2 wins at Indianapolis, the track we're coming to tonight. And if you look at just the list of names that we have that have won at this race, Ray Alfalla, Brad Davies that have both gone to victory lane multiple times. Indy's not a track, Alan, where you don't see the best of the best going to victory lane.
Yeah, and I think about that on the Cup side of things. Legends win at Indy, and the same thing here on this side. The best of the best tend to win this race.
And there's a lot of legends at home. I'm trying to make a segue here, guys, as you could tell, because we are getting to where we get to check in with you all at home and your rigs that you have. This is Logitech Show Us Your Rigs, where you can submit your rigs on social media using the hashtag eNASCAR and tagging us. This first one, Alan, what's your thoughts?
Oh, I love the blue lighting in this. Enough space. I mean, there's space back there. You could have someone watching the triple monitors. Looks like a big Jimmy Johnson fan. Maybe some good vibes tonight for the Brickyard. Jimmy won a lot there. I love it.
All right, Blake, we got to get your insight on this desk setup.
All right, I like the IKEA desk setup that we're going with here. Single monitor, you got everything you need to the left, a little streaming setup that is solid. Nice Logitech G wheel, makes it pretty simple. And yeah, I like this one. This is a pretty effective setup. No tray for the keyboard though, but we'll see if that changes.
I'm afraid the keyboard's probably just a little bit too much on the edge, but Alan, this one's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, our boy Evan is jealous with all those die casts that he's got on the wall here. I love this from Frito. Maybe an IMSA fan. You can see a Mid-Ohio towel there, WeatherTech number board on the back of his rig. Karting trophies, maybe a real life racer here getting some. And of course, a seat. Looks like right out of a car. A car's missing a seat somewhere.
Oh no, where's that car? Hopefully it's on the driver's seat. And we have this one here. And you know what? They're staying hydrated right there. You can see that cup on the side there.
That's pretty helpful. Henry, again, I really like the triple monitor setup here. This is really sleek, really nice. Good hardwood floors there, too. You know, sometimes it's nice to have the aesthetics all the way around the rig. So this is a really solid one, Henry. Nice job there.
All right.
I like how we're bringing in the whole environment here with the hardwood. No hardwood here, though, Alan.
No, but Ron, our friend Ron Morass, has some upgrades I like there. What we got going, proper wrapping. If you see the XLR cable, XLR cable there. Also that little fan down there. Got to keep everything cool, whether it's equipment or yourself. You want to make sure you're okay. Ron, great setup there, especially in this heat. It's like 100 degrees here.
That's true. This is our last one, Blake. What are your thoughts?
Rubik's Cube on X. You got the ultra-wide monitor going on here. That's always a really solid combination to go with as well. You got a Dave Cam stream in the background that he's kind of taking in. So definitely somebody that can get the job done. Long pedals as well, too. That's something that's a little bit different you don't often see. So, but again, nice solid job here.
Well, be sure to bring in your rigs right here on
So guys, return back. Thank you so much for waiting for me. No, I didn't submit. I have to do this. I have to do this.
And iRacing and tagging
because it's going to be fun to see my rig on their broadcast.
This night is all about the Brickyard. So,
Stinky, how are you doing? How are you feeling today?
No better person to give us some insight about the Brickyard.
Guys, going to be a really interesting race, and will be interesting to watch strategies and what people going to do. It's going to be really useful for you if you're going to do Brickyard 400 in iRacing this weekend. So please pay attention to all tips and how people doing during this races.
As an owner, here's what he told us.
For us, it's really.
I hope you get well soon.
As many racing platforms as possible. From a KHI
Foot pain is bad. I feel you. You know, I had it for like whole my life. Then I did surgery. Finally fixed them, and I'm feeling a lot better.
So, I have firsthand view of that on a daily basis with Keelan, you know, on his rig and the things that he does downstairs here in the house. So. You know, he's a fan. Obviously, we've been around Matt for a long time, and so you know, I kind of leaned on Mike Conti a little bit just with everything.
Thank you so much.
With iRacing,
at least you know hair looks great.
And this has been.
Because I'm feeling really bad today. A bit better than yesterday. Yesterday I was like, oh my god, how I will stream tomorrow eNASCAR, how I'm going to watch it with you, because I didn't have a voice, didn't know I had a pain in my throat, and
you know, a little more broader scope of what we want.
Also my ears started to feel pain.
The important thing this year was to get everything established and get started. But you know, I believe that the iRacing platform is a huge part of what all the young racers do. It's a great place for people to learn and be a part of you know, our sport in a way that you know, some people can't afford to
I didn't see this video.
Or have access to an actual car, and to be able to have that platform where so many of the people that are racing cars and around the sport outside of iRacing is it's just very unique. So we felt like it was important to
2014.
To be involved in
that's like, guys, this is 10 years ago.
You heard Kevin refer to Matt. That's Matt Busa, one of his drivers, as well as Jimmy Mullis in this first year of ownership for KHI. Kevin Harvick.
Time going fast.
And we asked Kevin what it's like
because
to have those
when
two
you
drivers,
see
those veterans.
2014, you think you're like, oh, that's like 4 years ago or something like that.
You know, they wanted
it's like 10 years ago.
Do their own thing because it's just it's a little bit different than what we would do on the actual racetrack outside of the car. But outside of the rig is really, we try to just have a consistent platform to show
was 10 years old. Yeah.
We will include them in our foundation events, and they've both been to the shop, and just baby steps. That's really what it's been with us, with those guys. I've been pretty hands off.
Aaron, did you return back your freaking holes? No.
And we've had, some good weeks, but we need to work on that side of it from a consistency standpoint. But I think that this year has really been about just letting those guys do what they do, and for us to
return your 3K iRacing
and establish ourselves as somebody who's involved and wants to be a part of it.
It's safe to say Kevin Harvick is a hands-on owner. He joined us, if you remember, last year at the NASCAR Hall of Fame for the championship race. A lot of pressure at that race. So we asked the champ what it's like, that experience of having to race live at the NASCAR
recently
Hall of Fame.
Started to try not think in which year was born people who turned 18 this year.
It's not just like it's not a quiet atmosphere. Everybody's kind of
try harder. So just age. That's just numbers.
Broadcast, from the booth there.
3-time winner of the Brickyard 400. As I'm aware, they return back Brickyard this year.
I'm glad that everybody
so that's why we get it in iRacing. That's why we get it in eNASCAR series as well.
That we talk about with our young kids is how can we make them comfortable being uncomfortable, and I think that really shines.
To be honest, I didn't see NASCAR cars at Indianapolis. I remember only Indy 500.
For those guys, and how can they block that out and do the things that they need to do?
You race some league stuff, okay?
To still perform at the level that they need to. So. There's no details that are too high, and I think that they all manage it. They all managed it way better than I would have.
And for many, the first experience for iRacing was during the pandemic and seeing it on television. That's where Kevin Harvick had to do it. He had to race on Fox during that time. We asked him about that experience, and especially along with his son, Keelan.
Well, it was very unique. We had 1 million people watch on Fox, right? And so the people were starving for things to do.
So guys, let's do like this. We're going to watch eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. And then
it's not something that
I'm going to show you what I got. So I got black box.
It's like I said earlier, it's a part of what these kids do as a part of their weekly preparation and things that go along with that. So
this one,
it was great to be able to kind of be embedded in that for a short period of time.
So we're going to open it after eNASCAR
kind of the
series.
First step of the process that said, hey, we're going back racing and we're going to start here and we're going to figure everything out once we get back on track. In the outside world, iRacing really kicked that off and kind of got everybody talking and excited about
iRacing made Love 46 series. Which class would you like it to
we
be?
were on it so much that Keelan actually asked to go take a break because
Porsche
we were
Cup
for races, and he wanted to take a
definitely
break
Porsche Cup.
And that's
if
really what
this series will be in ovals,
the pandemic and iRacing.
That would be.
That's really all we had to do during the week. So it was.
I know Gen 4 or maybe Xfinity, because I really enjoy these cars.
That we were going back racing, and NASCAR was working on it, and here was the first step of the process to get everybody back together.
Yeah, welcome everybody to the stream.
What his driver, Matt boosted it right there in practice. And guys, Kevin Harvick may be retired as a driver, but he is entrenched in the racing world, the racing business. To see him involved in iRacing,
yeah, my voice not the best today.
Shows how valuable he believes
Sorry for that.
This platform is to the future of all racers. It's so cool to have him involved.
Yeah, it is. Well, and you think about just being well-rounded and everything that KHI has going on. Having Matt Boosa and Jimmy Mullis compete week in and week out. And like he said, there's been a couple moments where they've been close to going to victory lane this season. But having that be a part of everything that KHI has going on, both in the sim and the real world, is exciting, obviously, to have him be a part of it and get introduced to the iRacing side of it this year.
And it's very fitting to hear from him, of course, being a champ at the Brickyard, and we're here at the Brickyard. And with that, I think when we think about the drivers hitting the track, we're thinking of them in that cockpit, but they also have to think of what's happening behind the scenes on the track. What can they expect, Blake?
It looks simple, but it is so difficult here. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Speedway, Indiana, and again, somebody that got to visit this racetrack for the first time a year or two ago, it'll take your breath away. What an incredible facility that it is. It's the first time we've been back since 2020. Keegan Leahy, who again probably needs a win and a lot more to happen to have a shot at making the postseason. But, you know, it's a simple layout, but we'll let Zach Novak get into the details to tell you how it's a very complicated.
All right, just 11 minutes till the green.
What's up, everybody? Zach Novak here, driving the number 5 Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Chevrolet for Oxygen Esports. We're at Indianapolis this week. This place holds a very special place in my heart, so let me show you around. As you can see right here, I'm just kind of trying to find a spot in line, which seems like this outside line is rolling a little bit. Try and get myself cleared down so I can just kind of manage my tires and not go backwards on the long run. This track doesn't really wear tires out too much, but with that said, if you're not careful and, you know, take care of them, then you're going to go backwards on the long run. So finally we're able to get down a little bit, it looks like. Maybe not. Try and get down here. Bump draft is also going to be super important, using the cars around you to kind of make your own speed versus trying to always pass and, you know, take advantage of people slowing down off the corner or whatever. You want to kind of work together to your advantage as best as possible and try and make
this line looks pretty similar to
you know, working together,
what I
like
was
said. So
trying to run with Indy.
It's not quite super speedway racing, obviously, but it does have a couple of those elements that tie into this. Also, all of these corners are almost completely different. They all obviously have their similarities, but with that said, they're all kind of shaped slightly differently and have slightly different angles that you shoot for. That's a few laps around Indianapolis. Hope you guys enjoy the race.
And we will, because this track is a piece of history, right? And it's including here in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. This is the 12th race tonight. It's the first race, though, at the facility since 2020. It feels so good to be back, especially seeing some of that older video and all the fans.
Just a moment.
In there. Seventh place, so you want to start up front. You want to have hope to win. 5 of the 11 race winners led the most laps during the race, and 4 of the 5 race winners, of those race winners, won from the pole, actually. So qualifying even more important, especially leading all those laps. I love this kind of historic footage we have from way back. 2 drivers have earned their first win at Indianapolis. 2016, Dylan Duval, and 2017, Zach Novak. He explained why this track was so important to him. That is why his first win came on the Brickyard. And finally, I mean, half of all the race winners have made the playoffs in the same year, but only one winner here at Indy went on to win the championship way back in 2012. The GOAT, if not the GOAT, 2012. It was Ray Alfalla. So a lot of history here at the Brickyard, both virtual and real life. We're going to make some more tonight, guys.
Yeah, we are going to make some more and maybe make a little history for our picks as well. What we like to do here on Countdown to Green is choose the drivers that we think are going to win.
Alan's leading with his predictions.
Alan, you're leading in picks, but I am coming for you. I am close behind you. Blake, we'll talk afterwards, but you're being super humble about your picks. With that, why don't we get to our picks for tonight? Blake, you're in last. Why don't you go first?
Well, speaking of history, you mentioned the fact that we have 2 first-time winners that got it done at Indianapolis. I'm going to go with the third tonight. Unironically, I didn't tell him that I was picking him, and he said, you know what, I'm going to win tonight. I'm going to go with Michael Cozy Jr. He's been really turning it around these last couple weeks. I think he finally gets it done tonight.
Not bad. Sorry, Mr. Cozy, but I'm on a little bit of a win streak here, so I'm going to go a little bit protect the lead, but also go with the man. I mean, this defending champ, all the wins, Steven Wilson.
You know, he's all the time like Steven Wilson going to win.
I think that's the tricky part about our picks is trying to see when one will fall, but hopefully Wilson does not fall tonight because I also chose Mr. Steven Wilson.
Boom. Boom.
But we'll have to see how it all goes down tonight. But you know what? This is about the time before we head into race. We usually find out who's pole sitter. Blake, do you know?
That's a good question, Camille. Who is the pole sitter tonight?
All right. Well, we're going to have to see. Drum roll, please. Blake?
It is Colin Keister.
Oh.
Ooh.
Name we
okay.
didn't expect. All right, I like that.
I know. We may
Well,
be
to clue,
for a loop here and maybe a history
we were
for
watching
Captain
the
Reamer. None of our picks,
NASCAR Cup Series
hopefully not,
at
hopefully
Chicago.
Not. Anyways,
Unfortunately, didn't finish because it was already really late for me, or really early, because we get rain at Chicago.
Right after this,
We were
Blake's
rooting
gonna join
for
the crew, Joe Peak
SVG.
and Ryan Vargas to give you the lowdown as the race commences.
So yeah, I think we going to have a watch party.
Not just for the day, but for the years to come.
Because I really like that you can watch NASCAR with, you know, different cameras, with you can choose cockpit, where you can choose other people. That's amazing.
This is the chance to carve your name into the history books. This is the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
GT Gamer, we'll see you. Have a good night. See you.
Every time
Thank you so much for watching.
You buckle up for the unexpected. You get ready to take on the competition, embrace yourself for the chaos, the speed, the weather, the unknown. But above all, when strapping in, you put trust in yourself, your intuition, making your guide to win, your drive to win. He's a winner in this. And nothing is going to stop you from winning.
Yeah, indeed, it was really sad. He was, you know, building the really good pace and overtaking everybody, and just boom, and then crash happened. This is real unfortunate.
I believe in something that I can't explain. The wind is calling out my name. Let it rain on me. You know I put in the hours, and I'm not gonna wait in line. I'm gonna take what's mine for the world to see.
Wait a moment.
You gotta take the lead. You gotta feel the fire.
Let's go. We're starting. Let's go. Guys, in the chat, we're going to have prediction, so you can bet with your channel points for this prediction, and we're going to know outcome
well, we didn't have to go far
after this race.
Sweet home Chicago. It's back home this time for the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series. Looking forward to them returning.
Trang, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
With Blake McCandless and Ryan Vargas here to bring you the action at the
Guys, we're
Brickyard
getting
here in
the SCAR
Speedway,
race
Indiana. Guys, I am
this weekend as well,
absolutely
yeah?
Looking forward to this one. This is a place special to my heart, as well as just about any racer in North America. Blake, I think this one's going to mean something to these guys.
It's going to mean a lot. Again, any driver, they want to win at this racetrack, even if it's virtual. But again, there's so much on the line. This is a track that lends itself to strategy, and we're going to have to see a lot of drivers, Ryan, throw some Hail Marys here. Again, 2 races before the season. This is a track
NASCAR will happen July 21st
pretty much all year long, but it couldn't
on
come
Sunday.
almost at a more crucial time in the season.
Yeah, the word of the weekend last weekend for the Cup Series in Pocono was strategy, and you mentioned it right there. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of guys try and do some stretching that fuel. But also, there's some guys in this field that are having a lot of speed. Dylan Duval, a former winner here on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he was really fast in both practice and qualifying. So there's guys like him who are really itching to get themselves in the playoffs.
There's certainly drivers with some impetus to try and get up to the front and take victory today, whether that be a first win, whether that be locking themselves into the playoffs later on. But everybody wants to come out on top. So looks like we're rolling off now for our pace laps before we get going. And we will check out our grid for today with Colin Keister, as we mentioned, taking the pole position for Tony Kanaan Racing. Cody Bayous, they're going to be starting to his outside in the number 27.
Absolute different people on pole position, but Vincent's house
starting on the
on
inside
P3.
of that second row. And of course, Dylan Duval for Nitro Circus, of course, owned by Travis Pastrana, starting there in the number 41. Then
Yes, Kevin, let's go. Let's go.
For Junior Motorsports, of course.
Let's do prediction in chat.
Casey Kerwin in 6 for Spire Motorsports out there on the outside of row 3. We come down to row number 4. Malik Ray, also for Spire there on the inside in the number 7. Then M80 for Stephen Wilson, current reigning champion, starting there in the number 10. Takes us to row 5 and 9th. It's Daniel Falkingham in the number 54. In 10th, it's going to be Seth DeMerchant for FGR Excel.
Okay, prediction will be open for 5 minutes. Let's go.
Going to be starting
it's going to be
inside of row 6 for RFK Racing in the number 17 machine. Matthew Zwack, another Nitro Circus driver, in the number
will Casey Curran win at Indianapolis?
After that, it's Ryan
Yes
Luza for
or no?
M80 on the inside.
Let's go,
of row
guys.
7. Donovan Strauss for Williams Esports.
A bit unpredictable prediction.
Racing. Femi Olat for Oxygen Esports, starting on the inside of row 8.
Yeah, back on Indianapolis Oval for the first time in 4 years. This is great.
To his outside,
this is great
starting in
because
16th.
for me,
From
this
there,
oval
Garrett
is
Lowe in
absolutely
number 89,
amazing.
BS competition sees him starting on the
Okay, guys,
inside.
go
Taylor
with your
Hurst
points
to
for
his
Casey
outside
Curran.
For Dillon Motorsports, of course, Austin Dillon being a part of that. For the number 33 car, Wyatt Tinsley starting on the inside of row 10. In the number 20, you've got Jimmy Mullis then to the outside there for Kevin Harvick, Inc. In the 20th position. We move a little bit farther back to row 11. Jordy Lopez starting on the inside. Another BS competition driver in that number 90. E-Racer driver Ray Alfala, Mr. 4-time, is going to try and come around and see if he can get another win here in that number 69 machine. Garrett Maines for FGR Excel starting on the inside of row 12. Appropriately in the number 12 machine, Zach Novak, who took us around for Oxygen Esports, will be starting to the outside of that row in the number 5. From there, Michael Guest for 23 X11. We've got Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan. Yes, that Michael Jordan, the owner of that team. Bobby Zelensky on the outside in the number 18 machine. From there, on the inside of row 14, Keegan Leahy. Last time we had a winner, it was him in the number 23 car for 23X11. Then you've got Michael Cozy Jr. on Front Row Motorsports next to him in the number 38. After that, we get to row number 15, Jonathan Delaney for Dillon Motorsports in the number 3. He'll be flanked by Graham Boland to his outside in the number 48 car. Just a couple more to go here. Row 16 sees Tucker Minter for William Byron Esports. Of course, William Byron, a great NASCAR driver who owns that team. Ryan Doucette on the outside in the number 55 machine of row number 16. You've got Nick Ottinger for William Byron Esports starting the inside in the number 25. Then Steve Letarte owned Letarte Esports for Dylan Alt in the number 40 machine. Just a couple more from there in this field here today as Briar LaPrade for JR Motorsports starting on the inside in the number 88. Then you've got eRacer driver.
Okay, guys, I'm ready. Hope you're ready too. Please make your predictions
and Castle, that team. Timmy Holmes starting
in chat. So on the top of the chat, it's going to be open for another like 3 minutes. Let's go.
Going to be on the outside of him in the number 34. Last two on the field, Matt Busa. And then you've got Kwame Scott in the number 36. A full
boys, hello, welcome.
Of 40. Blake,
hello.
I believe you've caught up with our pole sitter, though.
I have. It is Colin Keister. We've seen a lot of great performances out of Tony Kanaan Esports as of late, but this time it's the 66 who was up front to start this one. So, Colin, obviously great track position at a track where that is very important. How are you feeling about the next 60 laps?
Oh, yeah, just want to thank the guys at Dead Zone for putting us a good Q set together here. We put down a heater there in qualifying. I hope the race pace is just as good. We're going to find out here real soon.
All right, 64 career starts. This is your second pole, but obviously big race here right before the postseason. How are you guys trying to attack this one strategy-wise? Because, again, it's so important at this racetrack.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the win here. I'm sitting 20th in points, and I need to get a win to make the playoffs. So I'm going to do anything I can to keep the car up front and end this in victory lane.
All right, you got your teammates starting right behind you. We'll let you go. Best of luck tonight, Colin.
Thank you.
Drivers lined up and ready to go as they come down the back stretch. It is full of tradition, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And while
let's focus on the start.
Physical bricks that they can kiss, who is going to be able to do so, maybe metaphorically here today? And will that pole position count for that number 66 of Colin Keister? It's a track known for being difficult to try and overtake, although not impossible in a little bit, because for now they come out of turn 4 towards the yard of bricks. The iRacing pace car going to unleash them. 60 laps here today. What kind of race are we going to get now that we have returned to the oval?
Let's go
here at Indianapolis. Looks like the pace car is in
60 laps, and we're starting now
of the field as they wait patiently for the flag from Barney. And there it is. Green flag is out. It is a flight down into turn 1 for our field of 40.
Early on, you're going to see a lot of drivers start to make some moves 3 wide. Colin Bowden was the first that caught my eye in the number 17 that went down to the inside to try and make that move. And, you know, Ryan, that's something that we're going to see throughout this race. But I also
really good start from the
these drivers
leader.
Looking at how to make passes that outside lane. As you can see, everybody starting to form up. The draft
and we got 2
big key tonight, so you're going to have to be really
TK cars, P1 and P3.
1000%. I mean, if you're able to be on that outside lane, yes, it's the unoptimal lane, right? Obviously, the preferred lane is the inside group. But if you're stuck on that outside lane and there's a bunch of guys stacking up on your inside, you can try and roll the top side here. As we're on board with Colin Bowden here, he's trying to fight to the inside there. Just really
I'm here. Hello. Welcome to the stream watching eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series.
Have that inside line just to the inside.
Today I'm with you. Finally return back.
Rides those curves down to the bottom. That's actually going to cause him to drift up a little bit, maybe touch the side of the 51. Just in front of them, though, as we've jumped up.
And my house decided that, okay, we're tired, we just need
in the 8. That's going to check up the Merchant.
Some time to rest.
Yeah, it looks like Honeycutt got tight there on the inside lane, or maybe even got a little bit of
so I got sick once again.
So, definitely a little bit out of balance there, Blake.
Second time in this month. I'm so tired, guys.
Kind of playing out right there with Seth the Merchant.
I hope that'll be last time.
Up, he got a little bit of a run, but he didn't quite have enough. He didn't have any help to the inside, and he ends up losing.
At Casey Kieran, P5 right now.
Daniel Falkingham, who stay committed, stay in line, and are able to make their way by. So if you're Steven Wilson right here, you see him pulling out a line, going to the inside of Casey Kerwin. You have a little bit of a gap to play with, so you have some time to try and make this pass. But if you don't make it quick enough, you don't want to be a lone car on the inside because you're going to lose a ton.
You know, last time before this month, I got sick with the COVID in 2022. Then, like, you know, 2 years without any problems, and this time just like
Looked like one of the Williams Esports cars.
Cut the
there,
flue
just
2
gonna
times.
split the exit of 2, easy to do off of that corner. We've been getting some 3 wide farther in the pack, like right here, coming into turn 3. Oh, that
I'll
drifts up
hopefully
into
get some
22,
temperature so
as I think that's
body's
Lusa getting
fighting
very loose. He's going to
with
gather
this
it
flue,
back up somehow, and
which
then
is good.
shooting up the inside. My goodness, that is the 69 of Ray Alfala. Mr. 4-time has made his presence
Let's
known.
go, 3 wide here.
That's just the product of a stack up here at Indianapolis. Everybody's fighting for that groove, fighting for that spot. You can see the draft here now.
Yeah, guys, I hope I'm going to feel better soon. Thank you so much. Thank you.
On the outside lane. That's because of the draft. They have so much more momentum down the front straightaway here.
He's set as we watched on board with the 55, still trying to ride that high line a little bit. He's got Garrett Lowe just below him currently as they drift off of 2. Looks like a bit of a loose moment there for the 89.
They're racing
car,
really
who
hard for
thankfully gets it back
P20.
up to the top, but he doesn't have the momentum. Just to his high side, Garrett Maines tries to see if he can now go by, but now he's stuck on the outside, Ryan.
Yeah, no, and that's the product of that draft. Everybody's in that outside lane, going down the straightaways and pushing each other. You saw Garrett
Thank you,
Lowe stuck on
Javier.
the
Thank you.
inside lane. There are nowhere
Don't
that
start
he
to
could
feel
go.
bad.
And now Garrett
I
Maines
think
is
on
trying to
Friday.
capitalize on the top side on him.
Yes, that happened on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday right now. So that's like 5 days, and I'm still not in the best shape.
Looks like we've got a bit of a run here for one of our Nitro Circus machines. Blake, what you got?
Well, you can look at Dylan Duval, and by the way, I think you got to give credit where it's due here with Dylan Duval. His performance recently kind of reminds me of what we've seen last year out of Garrett Lowe, that he got the win, and then all of a sudden, here's the pickup in performance. He had a great run at Chicago 2 weeks ago. He's out here at Indianapolis, but Ryan, I got to say,
I had
this
been
is a
sick
spectacular
every
looking
year
number
at
41
school,
Nitro
so you
Circus
just
car. Again, so many of
go
these
to
teams
school,
bring out some great paint schemes,
get sick.
see next level racing.
It was
to partner
horrible.
with this team, but this is a heck of a paint scheme that Dylan Duval has right here, riding in the 4th position.
I'm about to say, beautiful paint scheme on his Nitro Circus machine. I believe
But
this
now
is
it's a lot better. But I think I need like
Justin Below could probably correct me on
this
that one,
week
but
to fully
massive run for him
recover
being in the top
from the
4
flu.
here. You mentioned momentum is so important as a race car driver. It's confidence. You saw the onboard with Duval there. He almost had I don't know, it looked like he had a little bit of a smirk there to him. He's feeling good. He's feeling ready to race. And you see Steven Wilson trying to challenge there, but just doesn't have the momentum to peak to the inside. That side draft isn't doing enough.
Well, I'm glad I have you guys here because the IndyCar nerd in me thought that was maybe a Ganassi throwback to the 90s when they had those sort of lightning bolts on the side of their red cars. He's still stuck in line, sitting in 4th position. This is really settled in from here.
trying
Now, I
to rest,
understand they can
trying
make it to
to
about halfway on
like
fuel,
drink a lot of
Ryan.
water,
So,
tea.
what are we expecting? You
Such
said
stuff
tires
to
don't go
just
off a whole lot. Is it more of an overcut kind of night then?
Make this
The biggest
process
thing here,
faster.
you want to make sure you give yourself enough of a buffer
Wait
to
a
the cars
moment.
around you so that you can make sure that you can either A, shuffle into the same spot you are so you don't have to fight as hard to get by people. Because as you can see right here, everybody's just kind of in a line. They don't want to step out of line. They don't want to lose that draft. If they lose that draft, you saw Steven Wilson earlier last lap try to look to the inside of Duval and couldn't make the pass because the draft on the outside lane is so important. So it's going to be really important to be here getting into a nice spot. As you see here, the race analysis here. This race, once again, 60 laps distance, 150 miles. Pit road speed will be 55 miles per hour. It takes about 45 to 50 seconds to get down pit road, and these drivers do have 3 sets of tires available to them. And as we mentioned before, pit window is anywhere between 28 and 32 laps. So a lot of guys going to be balancing that fuel mileage.
Thanks for that, Ryan. And if you want all the updates and the latest news here about eNASCAR, just pull out your mobile device and scan our QR code on the screen now, and you can get signed up for our newsletter. So great stuff here for this season. Seen a lot of new interesting things added to it, so you definitely want to try and keep up with what is going on.
Okay, return
in
back.
This championship is the M80.
No, 60 laps. That not a lot
stretch.
of laps to do with Nick Gen.
And you can see how things are
You just
playing
get
out
used
now.
to
Colin
that
Keister
races
would
with Nick
have
Gen
one
usually
heck of a
like
shakeup here if he goes
150,
victory lane.
200
You mentioned
laps,
at the top of the show,
something
he's
like
kind of
that.
sitting in 20th in points right now, so a win would vault him up to the
These
front.
cars are
Then you would have
amazing.
Parker White, who is in contention for the regular season championship right now, who could almost miss the playoffs at this juncture if we get another first-time winner at Pocono next week. But you can see how they run right now. Nick Ottinger just hanging on by a thread. Casey Kerwin, he's had a spectacular season, but yet here he is running.
I actually try to be my therapy dog. This day is just laying with me every time when I'm feeling bad. She just come to me and lay next to me. She's so good, yeah. No, guys, dogs are incredible. Every time I see some videos with like therapy dogs or
The problem with Malik is that if you're running an 8th right now, there's not a whole lot to make up after that. So
how this goes, I just, forget the words.
And ironically, our leader of this race is the man that he's chasing out there to try and crack into those top 20. So he really doesn't want Colin Keister to take this victory. That'll have big implications for Malik Ray in that number 7 as we stay single file through the south end of the track through 1 and 2 once again. Haven't seen a whole lot
we
of
got
action.
we got like therapy dogs, and we got
of this race.
I'm curious here to
some
wonder
dogs
what
which
strategies that
help you
these guys
with
have run here. Colin
like
Keister's
particular
leading.
illness or
So far in this race,
like
right?
disorder or
I
something.
wonder if a lot of these guys are
Like
just
if you're
totally
blind,
content with riding
something
second,
like
third,
this.
fourth in line,
Just
letting
different
Colin
words,
Keister
I
go
forget
out
it.
there, burn
You
all
you
that
go and
fuel.
tell
I
me.
guarantee you some of these guys probably aren't going wide open down the
Interhepatite, welcome.
straightaways because they're able to just maintain with the draft.
That's a good point. That
Yeah, Vlad's
this one
feeling
could
okay.
be a bit of a
We
strategy
play
race. I
some
mean,
War
that's
Thunder
not
together
unheard of at
these
this
days.
track, both here in the sim and in real life.
Had fun.
Using fuel to try and get yourself that little bit of an advantage, especially if we get those green flag stops, Blake. That could be critical.
It could be, and again, talking to a lot of these drivers and teams kind of coming into this race, the one thing that they told me was that, well, they can go a little bit.
Yeah, I
past
like
that
it. We
halfway
played
marker
before,
in terms of
so we
fuel.
just
In fact,
kind of
some the
return
numbers
back
I
to
heard
it.
was about 36, 38.
Service
somewhere
dogs,
around that
service
point,
dogs,
that
yeah.
would be the
So
fuel
every
window
time I
that they
saw
could go to. The one thing that
videos
opens
about
up, if
them,
you kinda think
like
about
I'm
this race,
just sitting and crying
like
because
Pocono that we
it's
just came from in the NASCAR Cup Series,
such
is that
wonderful
at a
that
certain point, you can
dogs
come
can
down,
learn
take 4
that
tires,
they
you're
can
not
help
gonna go a lap down at
person
this racetrack. So there's a
if
lot of
something going to
strategy that
happen
can
with
open up,
a
whether
health or
teams and
something.
drivers are
So
gonna
it's
short
incredible,
pit and
really.
try to hope for a yellow at some point, or try to get
Yeah,
some
they
clean air,
definitely
a little
know
bit of
when
track
we're not
position,
well.
or whether they're
Definitely.
gonna go long, maybe try
You know,
to short
funny
fuel
thing,
it, cut out some
every
time on a
time,
pit stop, because that's another thing. Cutting out
every
time on
time,
pit stops has become so important.
you know,
in
if
this
I'm
next
sitting
gen era.
and
So,
crying,
we'll
doesn't
see
matter
if,
what the
we'll see if these
reason.
teams, what their approach
She
is,
just
and I
coming
think we'll start to see
and
that in
trying
about
to
10
lick
or
all
12
tears
months or so, kind of
from
what
my
the game plan
face.
is for a couple of these drivers and teams.
You notice this number 10 car is getting awful close.
He's like,
to the
you didn't
back
have
of
to
Tillman
cry.
Duval.
You didn't have to cry.
Steven Wilson has had enough of just sitting in line. He wants to do something.
Yeah, so
well
smart,
behind
guys.
him. Way in the
I
back of the pack.
couldn't
They are
imagine
not
that
sitting in
dogs
single
that
file
smart
here. I kinda noticed this
until
a
the
bit
moment
early
when
on,
I
that it
get
seemed
my
it
own
was
dog.
somewhat disorganized. This is Tucker Minter with Nick Ottinger to his inside. They've also got Tyler Gary battling with Jonathan Delaney back in the very back of the pack. But this might be all for naught. These drivers kind of fighting.
All right,
for
let's
positions
return back
all
to the
way
race,
down.
yeah? So we
It looks
lap
like
13 of 60.
You see Delaney, he's going to pull all the way to the inside, try and get off that side draft. and
Pole
just find
Cedar
himself a gap
still
in line.
leading this guy from
there,
TK
so,
team.
You know, it's just tough to make up that
Salas
ground,
on
right? You know, it's a
P3,
game of
that's also
sacrifice. You know,
TK
do I
team.
wanna try and gain
And
this
Casey
one spot
Kirvan
or
dropped
risk
down
losing
to
five?
P6. So Steven Wilson overtook him.
In racing, who can manage that risk the best and
But
reap the rewards
all
in
interesting
the
stuff going to happen when they
still early on, only
will
lap
go for the
13
pits.
in this 60-lap event. We wait for that pit window to see if some of Blake's numbers are more accurate. Will we see a more wide open window here? Will that take us far? Let's take a little bit of a listen in and ride with our driver, Nick Ottinger, on the number 25.
Oh, if you wonder about docs, we're going to have series on Netflix, I think, Inside of the Mind of the Dog. I'm going to watch this. It's like a documentary series. It's going to be really interesting.
Corners. This is definitely one of the more unique ovals, right? You know, we mentioned that Pocono is up next, but often it's forgotten that even though this was the first oval in North America, purpose-built here at Indianapolis, as we check out the battle for second now, that there's not really any other ovals that are rectangular.
You know, good thing about Indianapolis that it's not eating tires a lot.
I mean, the track is so iconic. It inspired one of the corners.
I wonder if people going to stay on the same tires or are they going to change them. They'll be interesting to see because probably you can stay for 60 laps with the same set of tires. And just, you know, save some time on the pit stop. But as we got refueling together with tire changing,
Las Vegas, he pretty much had that win in the bag before a late race incident. But we see so many veterans.
I think they're going to change, yeah, because we got tire change together with fuel, yeah.
For a number of years, Cody Bias, whose time in this series goes a ways back. There's a lot of experience up here at the front of the field, which I don't think is any shock about Indiana. And you know, something else that I kind of point out here, look at who's running first and third. I can't imagine any track, Joe, where it's more special to not only see some drivers up at the front of the field, but specifically Tony Kanaan Esports with his history at this racetrack. Sure, he's got to be grinning ear to ear right now watching Colin and Vicente running first and third.
No doubt.
No wonder why Tony Kanaan team just on the podium on this track, yeah? Because Tony
sure the fans watching are cheering them on here today.
Really close, so maybe they know something about this track and what to do.
Straight up went around the outside of Duval. Again, not easy to do that. He's found some real speed, whatever setup he's got on the car. Ryan, it seems to be pretty pliable.
Well, we all know Steven Wilson's one of the more aggressive drivers in
yeah,
the
knows
series,
a thing or two about Indy, definitely.
Laps, and we saw it right there. He was able to jump to the outside, use that momentum. But the other thing too is clean air. He had all the clean air on his nose. He was able to use.
Daniel, hi, welcome. What do you mean?
And it worked to his favor. He was able to use that draft down the straightaway, clear Duval, and Duval, luckily for him, found himself a spot right in 5th place.
Let's not forget about that team's championship, too. Tony Kanaan Esports is currently down in 5th in that team's points. So I'm pretty sure having a 1-3 is not going to do them any harm on that front. We'll see how it winds up in the end as they come around to the front stretch once again. Keep your eyes peeled here. We've got drivers that are starting to make moves, so it might not just be business as usual. We might start to see a little bit more excitement around here.
Wow, he's sitting really interesting how he's steering the wheel.
About Vicente here,
you know, he's doing like this.
William Byron Esports Bracket Challenge. That battle for third, that's a matchup between Salas and Wilson. I actually picked Salas in that, so I'm kind of rooting for him right now to keep that spot. But we got a number of matchups that are kind of playing out towards the front of the field.
And we have to also remember that, you know, Tony Kanaan, not just the owner of this team, but he races here on iRacing frequently. We, of course, see him running in the Porsche Superstar Challenge as well over there and constantly showing up and doing little teasers for the new features that they release and helping them develop the sim. So can't thank him enough for all that he's done for iRacing itself. Not just for his history here at Indianapolis. So he's given a lot to our sport as an IndyCar racer with his expertise. But will he be rewarded with a team owner victory?
Yeah, personally, I'm so happy to see this racing drivers with big names. They race in iRacing, also help iRacing to develop simulator.
It's not
just amazing.
So that
first time we've been at this track in a number of years, but Vicente Salas has kind of carried the torch. Went to Victory Lane earlier this year, but it's been a couple years since Colin
so let's see.
Went to Victory Lane at Charlotte a number of years ago.
I know, my prediction that they just going to stay like this till the end. So maybe last 2 or 3 laps we're going to see that people going to change their positions. So something interesting can happen, but right now they just going to stay like this in a single file.
But that's the beautiful thing about sim racing. It really democratizes this sport, and if you really think you got what it takes, you can give it a shot.
Oh man, I mean, I cannot stress to you guys how difficult it is to jump into iRacing. I'd been racing for several years before I finally got onto the service back in 2018. And when I tell you it was a challenge, it was a massive challenge. But we see a big change for second. Steven Wilson has moved his way to the second position. I believe we're on the outside of Bias. He has been incredibly aggressive, jumping to the outside. And I'm watching the attitude of that 10 machine going into the corner.
He's P2. What's going on? He's P2. I just,
built a really good long run car that has a lot of drive off the corner.
Look away for the moment and Steven Wilson P2. This is crazy.
We have only one multi-time champion in the eNASCAR series, Ray Alfala. But current points leader this season is our current reigning champion, Steven Wilson, moving himself up into second place. I get the feeling he's got his sights set on finally breaking that stranglehold that Ray's got.
Well, if Wilson's capable of going back-to-back, and if anything, has shown a degree of speed and pace this season that is, I got to say, it's awfully more impressive than what we saw a year ago out of him. Again, last year, it was a struggling year until he kind of collected that win and started to turn his season around. But since the drop of the green flag here in 2024, and it hasn't mattered what type of racetrack it is, super speedways, these big ovals like Indianapolis, the road courses, he went and got a third at the Chicago Street Course last week. Every single type of track, he has just continued to improve and continued to be dominant. And, I mean, there's a reason that Alan and Camille pick him pretty much every week. I mean, it's
okay, we can really see now that P1 and P2 just pulling away. Also because these guys started to fight.
Duval down to the bottom. In fact, he's got a partner running with him. Casey Kerwin gives a big push down the backstretch. It looks like
Casey Kerwin trying to return back positions.
And this has been the fight for what is essentially fourth position, because the top two are running away. Solis has decided he wants to try and chase after them.
It seems like it's working. They're not that far away, which is good.
Yeah, no, Bias, you could see he's losing the handle on that race car. He had a pretty decent sized slide off of turn number 1, and that choked up his momentum there, and it really caused a stack up coming off of 2, and it's just a no-brainer. Everybody's trying to file to the inside. You see the draft, they're pushing. It's almost like we're tandem racing here at Indianapolis down the straightaways.
Yeah,
oh, someone pitting?
There for Caden Honeycutt. That leaves some side-by-side as we got a driver heading to pit lane. Is that the 33? It is indeed. So that's Taylor Hurst.
So we talked about the fact that that window could be up to 38 laps as you see a couple of cars almost squeeze into the outside wall. We talked about whether drivers, if they're going to short pit and not go a lap down, this would be the opportunity to do it, Ryan. And I think once you see one, you typically see a lot more join them. So Taylor Hurst comes down this time. He's pitting. I would imagine that a couple more may follow him this time because, again, tires don't matter a ton, but it does matter enough. You get a little bit of clean air, you can probably jump a couple of spots, but it doesn't look like there's any takers this time.
Yeah, well, here's the other part, too, is the fact that he just pitted all by himself. We see all these guys riding in a pack all down the front straightaway. They have so much of a draft going down these straightaways.
I think they just go on to beat on lap 38, yeah. Or something like this, so when the pit window going to be open.
All these guys continue to stay out.
I don't think so it's worth it to pit right now, because it just like we so far away, like 14 laps from the pit window. So you will have to pit another one time if you're going to pit right now.
Or else he is not eligible for the playoffs. That's the 7 car that you see just below the red line. 13 points difference. And that number 14 car above it, that's Seth the Merchant. He is about 3 positions behind Malik. So now, Blake, now basically it's in the hands of Malik. He's got to make those passes because he's already ahead of the guy that he's trying to chase.
Well, it's tough, again, when you're in the position he's in. We saw that he was 13 points back, but he's in 7th, so there's really not a whole lot further up you can go at this point, but can still try and work with his Spire Motorsports teammate who's just up the road in Casey Kerwin. You know, this is another driver the last couple of weeks, after struggling in his rookie campaign in this series, really started to turn things around.
Well, these three guys definitely can work together to catch up the P2 and P1.
Put together some solid finishes.
And we probably going to see beautiful fight.
With the playoff picture and the way it's shaping up here with 2 races left, probably going to take a win. But still impressed with Falkingham continuing to improve and putting himself in a good position. I know we talk a lot about the playoffs, but so much of the battle is just staying in this series. It's something you have to fight for every single
I wish these races were a little longer.
That 20th place.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because, you know, in my mind, when I'm thinking about like NIS series and iRacing, just imagine here like 100, 120, 130 laps, something like that. So 60 laps for Indianapolis, it's quite short race.
Or will our leaders decide maybe now's the time to pit, try to follow in some of those that have come in a little bit earlier? Matt Busa amongst them. It looks like Tyler Gary as well as Kwame Scott.
Well, you see Steven Wilson's putting all the pressure on Colin Keister here. Keister just had a pretty decent slide through 3 there. He's just fighting here. He feels Steven Wilson breathing down his neck right now. He knows
Kieran P5 right now.
We have a couple more cars.
They definitely started to catch P1 and P2, and I see people pitting.
Oh, and Nick Ottinger as well has pitted.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, and we get a caution.
Oh, what happened?
Had an issue. Looks like Gary maybe.
It's one of the e-racer cars, but this is why that pitting strategy was so important, because if you didn't go a lap down, all of a sudden you're going to flip this field and go right to the front. As you see one of the e-racer cars spun out, that is, I believe it's...
I wanted beats during the green flag.
Yeah, and this was a very curious one. I was able to find it, and there was an accident exiting pit lane, so Scott...
It'll be really interesting because some people pitted right now, some people didn't.
Tyler Gary with him. Exiting pit lane.
Oh, I think they're not going to lose a lap.
Since they were
going to return back the lap.
Their way out of there. It's awful narrow through there, Ryan. So kind of one of those things where someone had to give way and neither was willing to.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, going down that pit exit there, you see it right there. It's flat there. It's the apron. It's the apron. There's no baking there. It's not meant to be raced on, right? So, you know, you want to hustle. You want to try and gain all that track position as you can and try and, you know, shuffle in the line the best you can. But at the end of the day, when you're
okay, here is a base car.
You know, compromising spot like that, it's, you know, it's an easy situation to get yourself in trouble.
Well, Blake, let's put you up on the box here. What is going through your mind if you're one of these team owners that has seen your driver not pit? We've had a pit stop. We've got drivers still on the lead lap. How do you handle this
so,
here?
11 people pitted.
You're going to lose a lot of the positions that those cars that did come in gave you. Now, you are going to have a couple lap fresher tires, so you have a little bit to work with here. You're going to be able to make it to the end on fuel from this point, assuming that we may not have a couple more overtimes. So
yeah, going to mix it up. Those that pitted and can make till the end and will stay out. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Because people who didn't pit, if they will go to the pits right now, yeah, they definitely will go for the pits.
Execute here on pit road, make the proper adjustments, and try to put your driver and car in the best position possible.
So that was Kwame Scott that you saw.
They will be behind these people who already pitted.
Since everybody in front of him did pit. Let's take a look at this incident.
But still open question for me if they're going to make
that we're going to see
till the end.
That have caused a yellow here at IMS. And there they are side by side coming out of the pit lane, Ryan. Both of them don't want to give it up, and eventually it narrows down here.
Yeah, just trying to get all you can here.
Oh.
He just kind of squeezes there, Tyler Gary. I mean, there's...
Whoa.
It's a game of give or take there, right? You know, it's a real bad position to put yourself in, being too wide there. I don't know if they were trying to shuffle in being single file there, but regardless, it ended up in a caution and, you know, really messed up a couple of days here.
Wow, that was good save.
With a lucky save, yeah, I think he slapped it just slightly. I'm not sure if he got too much damage out of it, but the big thing was he missed the stationary car in front of him with less than an inch to spare. And man, I didn't realize how much that car had been chucked into traffic with everybody still at full tilt there on the short chute.
Should be able, so they will save under caution. Yeah, that's right.
And Ryan Blaney have trouble exiting the pits there in real life. This is a very similar
yeah,
situation
okay,
here.
kind of
Very
mixed
flat
up, I
apron.
think,
It's very enticing
with
to try and push as hard as
positions.
you can.
We're going to take a quick break with this being under caution. We'll be back with more racing here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
So yeah, now top 7 with people who just who pitted on lap 24, I think.
Like sliding through a glimmer of daylight.
Garrett Love, first position. Ray Alfalo, second position. Taylor Hurst, then Matt Bussa, Femi. P5, Graham Bolin. And P7 for Nick Ottinger. So that's really interesting.
Every time you sit behind the wheel, you buckle up for the unexpected. You get ready to take on the competition and brace yourself for the chaos, the speed.
Oh, this is really, really interesting.
But above all, when strapping in, you put trust in yourself, your intuition. Make it your guide to win, your drive to win.
He's a winner in this.
And nothing is going to stop you from winning.
When you want.
Welcome back here to iRacing. We are watching.
Okay, return back. Just halfway to go.
With our drivers set and ready to go, double file, and restarting with 31 laps to go. Just about the halfway point of this race, Blake, and it has been really shuffled up at the top.
Well, again, we have so many new names up towards the front of the field that we haven't talked about all night. How about Garrett Lowe? Ray Alfalo is going to be restarting in the second position. Matt Bussa, Taylor Hurst, so many of these drivers who took the opportunity to short pit. Now, if you're Keister, Salas, Wilson, they're restarting about 7th or 8th, so they're still in prime position as well to have a shot at this.
You know,
thing.
that's
So,
really
a couple
interesting.
cars that were in the back,
So
perhaps
everybody
not as
just
fast.
with
They
the
have track
different
position, and we know how
positions at
important
the
that
moment.
is. 30-lap dash, this could get really exciting.
Can really predict who's going to win this race.
Pace car is in. He's holding them for a long time, and green flag is now finally out.
But I think starting from now, everybody will go till the end.
Hurst, who is still trying to. No, he's not trying to get his lap back. He did get his lap back. He's going to be restarting up at the front. That worked out beautifully for the 33, going from a lap down to now battling for P2.
See a lot of shuffling further back in the pack. Everybody's trying to find themselves a spot in line, 3x3 formation, all the way you see in the back half of the field there. Everybody's fighting for that position.
That was almost 4 wide in the back there, but they managed to make it out of turn 2. Thankfully, everybody.
Well, not bad. Steven Wilson, Vincent Salas, and Casey Kirvan, they're P9, P10, and P11. P11 for Casey Kirvan.
Although third place, Matt Bussa finds himself now tussling with Taylor Hurst to the inside behind them.
So they're holding with this these guys who pitted earlier.
Down the main stretch over the Art of Bricks once again.
Well, again, the one thing that I've seen, at least out of this opening lap, is the fact that those cars that are on fresh tires haven't made a ton of headway. Again, the draft is so important with the moves that these drivers are making, and you'll see back here, this is Cody Bias. Remember, he was running up in the second position. Not only is he behind a ton of cars that pit early, he lost a lot of ground in the midst of the cars that were on his strategy. A lot of two-tire calls that we saw for these guys to keep track position up towards the front of the field. So Bias takes 4, loses a little bit of ground on the pits.
And let's look at
Right,
that
TK
playoff
team
point
trying to return back positions, as I see.
briefly, and just as soon as we bring it up, he falls right back out.
The case are already P7.
Just briefly pops up in there. There must be quite a bit of shuffling there in the mid-pack where he's relegated right now that is constantly moving that one around. We talk about, you know, rather be lucky than good. We heard that adage brought out in the pre-race in the countdown to green, Ryan. And for these drivers that pitted, I mean, only 4 or 5 laps difference on the tires. They got extremely lucky.
Something happened.
Back in the pack, yeah. Looks like
No
he
caution.
saved it. I think we're going to stay green, but yeah, I mean, the greatest gift of all is track position, right? Especially in a race like this where the draft is so important. Having that clean air, being able to kind of move your car around in the corners. You don't want to be stuck in the back of the pack racing two by two like this. You want to be one of those guys, like Garrett Lowe, Ray Alfala, Taylor Hurst, Matt Busa. You want to be able to move around a little bit. Yeah, you want to stay in the draft on the straightaways, but you want to be able to peek out. You want to be able to get some air on that nose, be able to get that rotation through the center.
You were correct that it was Parker White who lost it briefly. He gathered it back up, but he's down in 30.
That happened really fast.
In the overall points, but the one on the outside looking in because he still needs a win. In fact, has not won yet in the eNASCAR series. So he's trying to break that duck and as well take his ticket into the playoffs later on. Diving down to the inside, one of our M80 cars now trying to make moves.
Again, that's Steven Wilson, and he's one of the few that has been up towards the front of the field. We saw him kind of dip out of line and make that move. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get by Salas, but for the most part up here, it's been pretty procedural that cars are having difficulty if you're up here in the top 5 getting past that car in front of you. The further back you get, the worse the dirty air is.
So P19, that's a rookie. So he's taking a part first time in this championship. Oh, little touch.
That'll be him poking out a line, trying to get by Nick Ottinger. The problem with Parker White, who we talked about.
Guys, welcome who joined the stream. We're watching eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series at Indianapolis.
I guess the refuge for him is look who's up in the top 5. A ton of names that if they win may not shake up the
welcome
picture all that much. Garrett Lowe already has a couple of wins. Ray Alfala is not going to make the top 20 even with 2 more wins. Taylor Hurst is somewhat in the same position, so even if one of these drivers up front stays there, they're not necessarily.
Who's feeling better now? I'm so happy for you, Stinky.
Gerwin manages to get the
That's really good.
Underneath Colin Keister, that's going to move him up into 8th as they go single file once again down the main straight towards turn 1. Things finally settling in once again. Looks like maybe Donovan Strauss trying to make a position on the number 14 as well. As we ride on board just ahead of them. This race is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. And Logitech. Through design, engineering, and a love of driving games, Logitech G takes racing simulation to another level. Logitech G, the official wheel and pedals of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series. And the McConey Setup Shop. McConey Setup Shop. Our setups, your victories. And finally, Sunoco. From fueling your favorite NASCAR teams to filling up at the pump, Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do. As we watch this race fly down that main straight towards turn 1 once again, you can see.
Oh, look at this top 5, top 6, yeah? They just pulling away from everybody. Now for the second train, it'll be a bit harder to catch them.
You kind of have to make it happen. If not, you got to get back in line.
And that's exactly what's happening here with Taylor Hurst. Matt Busa kind of riding around in that 3rd position, getting a challenge from Hurst, who doesn't have the drafting help. You could see Olot and Boson as well as Wilson taking advantage of that. So Taylor Hurst goes for a
yeah, Steven Wilson ready P5.
That's trouble on the backstretch.
Casey Kieran P8 right now.
Again, spun in the grass.
Vincent Salas P12.
It's not going to trigger the iRacing yellow flag again. It is automatic game cautions that are thrown. If it's off the racing surface, sometimes it's not going to trigger that yellow flag, and that looks like the case right there for Zach Novak.
Absolute disaster for the 5 driver. He actually made a little contact with Caden Honeycutt side to side. I'm not sure if Caden got loose or if he just thought he was clear and tried to move down out of turn 2. But whatever the case, the result was Novak sent to the grass. Let's see if we can analyze it here, Ryan. What's your take on if this was loose or just trying to move himself to the inside?
It looks like 2 guys just
In Kaiser, now P9.
corner exit. You see Zach Novak in his Coke Zero sugar machine.
Oof.
Just hits the inside wall. Obviously going to do some pretty decent damage to the left side. That's going to put him in a real deep hole for the rest of this race.
So what happened?
On track. Every single driver's on the lead lap right now. Keegan Leahy in the next one. He has
Yeah, no
to catch,
yellow
but it's
once
11
again.
seconds up the road, and we've only had a single caution flag so far in this race. Battle for the lead seems to have separated. Instead, it's more of a fight for P2. And in fact, Femi Olot says, I think I'd like a piece of that. Ray Alfala does not guard the inside, rides the rim, but it looks like that won't pay off. 22 with the quicker line is starting to edge ahead.
Well, again, if Alfala can hold
Ray, no yellow because they finished on a pro, so they're not staying on the racing line. Yeah, that means no yellow.
The 69 is that strong of a race car right now, so he'll try to give help.
Oh, look at this fight.
Who is just going to be able to slide up in front of Ray.
There's people fighting for P2.
A battle right there that Wilson gets to determine the outcome of that positional battle, and you can see right there how well
Wilson gaining positions really fast.
He's able to get up to third.
That's incredible.
Now has his sights set on pushing the 22 and trying to chase down Garrett Lowe.
Or later trying to get rid of P2.
With various allegiances,
trying to not give a draft.
Technical allegiances and things such as that, or the teams. What do you see this playing out? Is this who's your buddy, or is it who's your obligation?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think at a certain point you just have to think of what's the move that I can make that's going to best help out my car, even if it's not working with a teammate or somebody that you're technically aligned with, that you work on setups together. So I think Wilson right there, you look at what Ray Alfala has been doing, he gets the track position, that car's a little bit loose, so I think that's an assessment there.
Jamie really focused on driving.
A little bit out of shape, and feels like the 22 has a better driving car, so he elected to go with him, and it's been a good decision. They pulled away from Alfala, and they're starting to pull right up to the back bumper at Garrett Lowe. And Ryan, I think you can probably attest to that a number of times, that sometimes you're in a position like this where, yes, the draft and how you work well with people together comes into play. It's not necessarily just teammates. You're kind of thinking selfishly at that point, what's going to help you try to chase somebody down?
Well, you look at a position like Steven Wilson's in right now, right? He has about a 10.
I really like this Oxygen eSport livery. It looks really cool.
But, you know, when you have a big gap,
oh, we haven't rewinds.
make those moves as they have contact in the back. That's Matthew Zwack getting pushed all the way to the fourth lane. 4 wide off of turn number 3.
Oh my goodness, down on the inside.
Almost for white.
Going to be able to pull ahead of them. It worked out best
Crazy.
for him, although he is getting loose. And Femi Olot.
Ooh, Steven Wilson pushing number 22. Let's go.
He's going to go with him. Lowe goes from first to third in a single straightaway. Still 3 wide down here, farther in the pack. My goodness, if we don't get another yellow, it'll be against the best efforts of these drivers.
Ooh, that'll be yellow,
There's
of course.
The caution. Tinsley, unfortunately, while he picked right the first time, the second time it did not go so well.
I saw 3 whites, and here's crash happen.
Cars going for the same real estate. 3 wide off of turn number 1 there. It's a single groove racetrack for the most part. When you guys shoving it 3 wide like that, you're going to eventually meet in the middle.
Oh, man. Well, this might change things as well. 19 laps to go as the caution comes out. They'll have to wait a bit before that pit window opens up, or pit lane opens up here. Blake, they've got the fuel to make it to the end. We didn't see tires do much before, but that was because everybody was more or less on the similar.
I think people are just going to stay out right now because absolutely nowhere to beat.
Play a gamble, or is everybody going to stay out?
History would show from this series and kind of what we've been seeing the last couple of years that I think if you're up front, you got to keep that track position. There's no justification, I would think, from taking 4, losing all that time, losing all that track position, because Again, how many Coke Series races have we watched the last number of years where we get?
Yeah, I think
inside
no
the
worth
last
it
20
because
laps
you
and you don't have
can
time
do
to
this
make
3
those
laps
fresh
without
tires
with
work.
these
You get a
tires.
string of yellows, and after that, there's really nothing.
You think
can
they'll
do. So if
beat?
I'm up front,
Okay, let's
I'm
see.
definitely keeping this track position. Now on the flip side, once you get back to about 10th or 15th, 20th, some of these drivers that need a win, why not take the gamble? And hope
My
the
guess
tires
that
can
they're
make the
going to stay
difference.
out.
But I just don't see that happening, especially if you're up in this top 10. I think it's a pretty easy decision to stay out.
And guess where Malik Ray is? 13th, right in the realm that you were saying it might be worth gambling, but he's giving up a lot of that track position. Does he try and make the move here? Let's watch and see. Down to the pit entry now, because the pit should be open. I'm very curious here, Ryan, what his decision is going to be.
You see a lot of guys starting to follow the inside lane. Will anybody fake out? Will they kind of peek out at the last minute? You see a couple guys kind of dipping out. Will they all pit? See a couple takers. For the most part, everybody is coming down pit road. We got a lot of cars taking the gamble and staying on the
Hey,
racetrack.
Grace, welcome.
I like this.
Wow.
I like this split strategy.
I don't like this.
Okay, they're beating. Aaron, you're right.
I don't get to be in it, but look at we see Garrett Lowe. He's staying out here. Garrett
But
Lowe
some
was one
people
of those
stay
guys
out.
at Charlotte, he did the inverse of this. He pitted after being involved in an incident with about, I think it was like 10, 15 to go, shuffled his way back through the field and won that race by a hair. If you're one of those guys that pit, I wouldn't count them out either, but man, that track position is going to be tough to overcome.
While we let them sort that out in pit lane and everybody emerge, let's take a look at what brought us to this point and make this really varied call on the track. And there's the 3 wide. Like I said, Tinsley, unfortunately, jokers to the left and others to the right. And I've lost the quote already, but the results is that he winds up the one stuck, not in the middle, but in the wall here with the safer barrier collecting.
You miss only one race with Gen 4, so don't worry. Tomorrow at the same time we'll have charity race with iRacing. So you guys, I'm still feeling not really good to stream a lot of races.
Cody Biases had was running up in second, now finds himself behind the 30th
But
spot.
hopefully we'll feel better in a couple of days. Yeah, I got sick. You know, that's why I didn't stream on Sunday, on Saturday and Friday also.
Does a great job missing that one, and Bordeaux, just squeezes by Matthews Zwack.
I mean, he went low, he went high, he was slaloming through that.
No,
wreck.
not COVID 100%, so I can
positioning from the number
feel smells and everything. All good. So just throat pain,
now, let's see, the highest
a little bit runny nose, and temperature. So that's like some kind of flu.
Garrett Lowe re-inherits the lead after he lost it before. So I wonder, Ryan, if this is a call because maybe Garrett didn't think he had the pace to try and compete if he went on the same strategy as those others?
I mean, here's the thing. Garrett Lowe has the win. So right now, he's just trying to bag some points, maybe even snag an extra win, get those extra...
Okay, guys, 17 laps to go. That means people who, with fresher tires, they now just go on to push.
Top 20 standing, so there's no real concern of that. So I kind of like this strategy out of Garrett Lowe. What else do you have to lose?
Blake, we got the points up on our screen. Things getting very interesting this late in the regular season.
Well, again, I know we've talked a lot about Malik Ray tonight and kind of his battle over the bubble and getting into the top 20. That wreck significantly hurts.
But today, definitely feeling better.
You can remember he won the season opening race at Daytona, but right now...
Oh, yes. You know, just can do normal things like can stream, can race also, just get tired really fast. It's really bad.
This race gets wild and chaotic so that he can make up a few moves because, again, only one race left after
I think this 5 days I was blaming myself, like, why I got sick once again?
So many of these drivers are in a
why this happened again?
And if they do, they're in the top 20 in points. Colin Keister would be in that
then
position.
I'm okay.
Would be close.
Alright, I can be sick. It's absolutely okay. That's not my fault.
That if they win, it's going to completely change things up with one race remaining.
We'll just recover and everything will be okay.
To try and sort this one out. Now, granted, we could wind up going into overtime if we get that green-white checkers. We'll address that if we get there. One driver that is appreciative of this yellow is probably Zach Novak. With him being, what was it, about 11 seconds behind, he was able to get in, get repairs, and he's just reaching the back of the field now. So he can restart, kind of caught back up to everybody, but he's got a lot of people to now try and overtake. Garrett Lowe gonna hope that nobody.
Okay, pace car going to the pits, and we're restarting, and 16 laps to go.
What's this going to look like?
Let's see, some people who starting lower than top 10, they with the fresh tires, they going to send now. Because, 15 laps to go, that's not really long time on a racing track.
They're still fighting for position further back.
Side by side back there, drivers trying to make sure they get to the end of this one, but not give up too many positions with so few laps to go. 3 wide, a little bit farther up in the field. Zelensky on the outside of that one. In fact, he gets a shot to the back from Ryan Luza, I think, in there. Look at this mid-pack, 3 wide.
Yeah, no play time. Like, you can do anything.
But the one thing fresh tires can't overcome is the draft on the straightaways. You can see Wilson went to the top side 3 wide. He's made up
on NASCAR stream, we're blaming the Chicago weather, as I got sick just after NASCAR Chicago race. So Chicago race, we watch it. Then Monday, Tuesday, I was okay. And I think that I started to feel not okay on Wednesday or Thursday. And fully got sick on Friday. Woo! Someone sending, this is I think Casey Curvin.
He had to chase that car up the hill. He is the highest of those who pitted on this last caution. He's up to 11th. And meanwhile, Falkingham has managed to overtake Lowe. He's up to the top spot.
Now Colin Keister's going to take advantage of well. Looks like Garrett Lowe may have gotten out of the groove a little bit, but now Colin Keister, and he almost clears himself off of turn number 4, stacks that group up, and now Seth the Merchant is going to come to the aid of Garrett Lowe down the front stretch and give him a big old push.
Keister's car does not look like it is happy. All kinds of wobbling around.
Ooh, what a racing here.
You've got your boxing gloves on.
People, 3 wides. Wow.
How the top racing in this series always is. When you look 20th on back, they fight for.
So yeah, today my emotions wow, people 3 wide, because I just can't make my voice louder. Guys, if I'm going to push my voice too hard today, we're just going to lose me for another 2 or 3 days, so can't do this. So I'm not pushing myself too hard.
Get together in turn 4.
Just ahead of him, Hurst going to take it 3 wide as well with, I think that's Femi Olot there in the middle. Tucker Minter up on the high side as they fly down towards turn 1. Last time we saw this 3 wide through here, it didn't go that great, so they're going to make it 2 wide instead. Minter backs out.
And I've been keeping my eye on Femi Olot here. He's been, for the most part, following Steven Wilson. Now there's a bit of separation here, but Femi's doing a really good job. I've been watching him kind of slice through the field. He'll get a big draft down the straightaways and then duck out at the final second and hopefully kind of pull off, I guess.
Well, now Keister got opportunity to win the race because he is a P3 at the moment. Ooh, here is a 3 wide, really close to the wall.
Malik Gray in the 7. He's up to about 16th or 17th spot. That was a bold move on his part, but he's starting to lose touch now a little bit. There are drivers that are poking their nose out after getting that run, but everybody in front of them is doing the same, and that's what's causing all of these 3, 4 wide situations.
And 2 drivers in both Ray and Honeycutt. Again, Honeycutt needs points to get in right now, and he's in a position where he's going to be close depending on who wins.
So guy who on P7 right now, want to pay your attention to that, with number 14. He's a rookie in the series, so this is his first year. And I think at Chicago he finished like P3 or P5. Ooh, and here's a caution going to happen. Guys, 11 laps to go. That's really unfortunate. Oh no.
If you were one of those drivers who came down and took 4 tires.
Steven Wilson made it all the way to 5th in that melee, but it was almost inevitable, I have to say. That was some insanity through the field. I'm kind of impressed that we went as many laps as we did before that caution finally came out. And Falkingham,
okay, while we got caution, I'll be right back really fast, okay?
Ryan, is he needs this victory to get into the postseason. If he wins this one, I believe he is high enough in the points that he's basically got an automatic entry.
Yeah, and for Falkingham here, you know, the biggest thing here right now is that you're bleeding laps now. Give me all those laps. Take them away. The less amount of time that Steven Wilson, Femi Olot have to catch me, the better. Because right now, he is in the prime position to capitalize. He has arguably the best car of that top 4, other than Steven Wilson, who's in 5th on those fresh tires. So if Falkingham's able to get a good enough jump, if we get a restart with, say, about 6, 7, 8 to go, I think he'll be in a pretty good spot to at least be able to hold on until we get to about 1 or 2 to go.
Now, this does slow things up. It takes away some of the advantage they had, Blake, as you mentioned, on those tires. But I'm looking at the field here, and it's not just Wilson in there. Hurst, Olot, and Kerwin, all on the same strategy, are within the top 10 right now. So that's a lot fewer cars, and if they've still got at least some of that advantage, I wonder if we're going to see at the lead, kind of what we saw in the mid-pack. It might get a little bit crazy at the front.
Oh, it's going to have to. Again, you have so many drivers that held on and are starting to make up some ground in terms of getting towards the front if they did take those tires. But how about the names that could use a win up here? Falkingham, Colin Keister, Colin Bowden wouldn't be completely out of making the top 20 if he were to go to victory lane. Wilson's up here. He could shake things up. Michael Cozy Jr., he's up into the top 6, and he'll have the outside line as we see that kind of the situation forming 3 wide. Busa goes with Salas in the middle, shoves him by, and then I think Alfala tries to get back down. They're still 3 wide, and then Duval just makes a bit of a move trying to clear up in front of the 29. And again, another 3 wide move off the corner at Indy, and it doesn't work.
And more than that, it's a 3 wide move that unfolds in the short chute. One of the more unique aspects of this track. Cars are already kind of on the limit. It's a straightaway, and maybe they think they can get away with it. Oh, man. Was that Duval making the dive through, or is that... that is... wow, that was an impressive bit of avoidance.
Okay, I'm here.
A bit of luck, but definitely some great stuff.
You see right here, Duval...
Yeah, you know they were really close to each other, and... yeah, it's just this red car pushed a little bit the white to the wall, and here's a big caution happened. Really sad.
Managed to avoid flying parts and cars everywhere around him amidst a very narrow part of the circuit, and that actually will reward him with only 30th place, surprisingly. I thought he would have gained quite a bit more than that. He's on board with...
oh, yeah. Absolutely no time for react. Absolutely no time to react for other people.
Avoid that bit of accident. He's another driver that needs to keep himself...
so yeah, guys, this just, you know, racing incident.
Automatic entry into the 2025
sometimes you get in alls, I noticed that you're getting into situations where you can do anything. You're just a passenger of the situation, and you just don't have to like pray that you're going to be with a one-piece car after crashes. But yeah, sometimes here are situations where you can escape, where you can go anywhere because it just happened, boom, really fast.
Again, when everything is on the line, Ryan, everybody is going to be doing all that they can to try and avoid the sinking ship, I guess, if you will.
Well, I mean, that and also Pocono, just like Indianapolis here today, is another track where a lot of guys see it as an opportunity to win themselves into the playoffs when they may not be in a position to point their way in. You know, Pocono has lent itself to some incredible racing in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series, and we've seen photo finishes, fuel mileage, you name it. You know, Pocono coming up here in a few weeks is going to be a doozy.
Love it. And if you want to join in and try your hands at Pocono, 40% off new accounts here on iRacing.com. Log on there today to see if you can start your iRacing career. And the answer is yes, you can start your iRacing career. And I can tell you, it's addicting. I started mine thinking, oh, I'll just give it a try about 13 years ago now. And it hasn't, my subscription has not lapsed since then. So that tells you just how much this can hook you. It is so much fun to run out here. Even if you're not into oval racing, there is so many different varieties of styles of racing you can hop into. So it's got something for
Yeah, if you wanted to try racing, that's your time. That's your sign to try racing. Also, we're getting close to the fall, and that means we're going to have Black Friday, where you can get subscription to iRacing at really good price. But for new accounts, they usually got really good prices and really good discounts on their website. Okay, guys, 7 laps to go. We're going green. Here's a 203 wide in the T1 of Indianapolis.
Daniel Falkingham gets a massive jump out front. They're 2x2 behind him. He is a clean air and clean sailing off into turn number 2.
Almost some more 3 wide there. I think that was Michael Cozy Jr. in the 38 that got sandwiched in there. Here comes the 17. Is
oh no, here's a big crash. Caution not going to happen. No, caution happened. Wow.
He's just going to go ahead and take the tow. His race.
This car is done for this race. Definitely.
And once again, we will slow things down here.
Yeah, it's absolutely over for Mentor. The car was just billowing smoke after he hit the wall, so I doubt he'll be able to replace that engine in time and get back out to racing from here. Going to be our latest retirement besides LaPrade and Bordeaux has been stuck in pit lane.
Laura, you know Indianapolis is a wide track, so it can do pretty wide pretty easily here. But with used tires, it's
let's try and break this one down, Ryan. We didn't get very far into the green flag.
A lot harder to do.
All unfolded once again.
So what happened? Oh.
Big stack up into the outside lane. A lot of cars pressuring each other, and then just
ooh.
on the outside lane there. I believe that was Mullis maybe came down and just got right into him there and just shoved him into the inside wall. You saw the black smoke billowing out there. Nothing he could do on board with Graham Bowen here.
So green touched the VRS car. Just lost it, tried to return back the stability and everything, and control of the car, and unfortunately pushed the number 97 into the wall. So that just racing incident.
Man, he hit the wall so hard it brought out the caution. I mean, otherwise he was going to be stuck in the grass, but just how that kind of just fishtailed out of shape. I mean, you can see he hits it so hard it bounces.
Yeah, of course, number 97, nothing could do in this situation because he just he probably didn't see this green car incoming to him.
We talk about timing lines and everything with that. He gets out of shape, but the caution is timed perfectly where he's actually going to get back in position. But again, he had a really interesting restart jumping the outside of Cozy right there immediately off the jump.
Man, Hurst watched Ryan Hunter-Reay this year and said, I can do that, apparently. Riding through the grass and living to tell the tale at pretty high speeds down the back straightaway. We should get a restart without the green-white checkers. But if we do get another yellow, we will get our first green-white checkers on this one. Question is, how many laps is it going to be? It definitely seems, Ryan, that it's going to be minuscule. I'm guessing about 2 or 3 here to the finish.
Absolutely. I would be surprised if we don't sniff an overtime here. I mean, it's just been such a chaotic race further back in the pack. These guys have been absolutely racing each other so incredibly hard, going 3 and 4 wide, slamming each other into the walls. So just absolute chaos through the field. And yeah, it's going to be an incredible interview.
All right, we're going to catch up here with Daniel Falkingham. Daniel, you're on the verge of perhaps winning your first career eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series race. You're staring at 5 laps to go. How are you feeling about these last couple laps dwindling down?
Definitely a nervous wreck, not gonna lie.
Oh, this guy without AC.
I can't believe we're in this spot right now. Tried to stay out there when the caution came out of that short run we had, and thankfully everything just fallen.
I also got black fun.
Get around Colin, then we got around Garrett. Now we're in this
Because
spot,
when I
but,
decided to buy it, I'm like, why should I buy white one? Because we got black one. Black one is really cool.
Yeah, we're in a
looking
good
at
spot
least.
right now. I know there's fresh tires behind us, but hopefully the cautions and just the track position's in our favor. But we're gonna do all we can to win this. I didn't expect to be in this spot, but
I understand if caution going to happen like 2 laps to go. There's going to be just a finish under yellow.
You get towards the end here, trying to hold off any challenges.
Yeah, just try to take away everyone's air behind me because clean air is king. But also you got those new tires behind us, but hopefully they're evening out a little bit the more caution laps we have. So it's all about just kind of just controlling the draft, just trying to control the lanes behind us to keep them side by side and just try to drive away. But it's definitely gonna be hard to manage, just like Talladega all over again when we were up front leading that thing late. So yeah, we're gonna give it our best shot here, and whatever happens, happens.
All right, Daniel, go get it done.
Thanks, Blake.
That was Daniel Falkingham, driver of the number 54, who will lead us back to green with 3 laps to go. We have 2 laps where we could see a caution potentially. If that happens, we will go into overtime. So they have to keep it clean.
We will go to overtime. All right.
And if that happens,
right,
then drivers will find themselves managing to go to the finish. That white flag will make it
Guys,
official.
don't forget, we're going to open black box today. I think I'm going to install what the inside of this box
they can manage to keep it clean
on the next stream.
Oh, what a story for Daniel Falk.
Like next stream will be charity race, and after the stream, like when we're going to have normal iRacing stream,
this will effectively put him in the playoffs.
you're going to see everything.
Massive victory for that Joe Gibbs Racing team, and no better place to do it than here at the Brickyard.
Place that has made legends, and it could make quite the legend for the 54 driver. That is for sure. As they come down to turn 3 now. They're going to be released once again, Blake. You've given your pick coming into here. How are you feeling towards the end? Do you feel like you might be able to actually get one here?
Who knows? I think if you're Michael Cozy Jr., you're the 3rd car on the outside line, which I would prefer to be in the outside line right now. I think you want to stay there until the very end. You want to stay in line with the draft, give yourself a chance, let everybody else go.
I think you can get really good start from the inside line.
Sounds like Wyatt is back in on the points there.
It's
so
possible to do.
For him. But so much can change here. We've already seen it's on the bubble, though, as you can see, as they flick back and forth with this 2-wide restart. Pace car is in. Falkingham has control, looking for that first victory. Green flag is out. He actually gets a bump just at the right time from Colin Bowden. Look at what that did for him. It shoots him up ahead, Blake.
Bowden trying to go down and block Steven Wilson. He successfully does it. But now Wilson, is he going to be able to get by Cozy? Looks like
okay, who's leading? Who's leading?
3 wide of the pack. That's Michael Guest, Garrett Mays that are side by side in the middle of the field. But 3 laps to go. It's tied off at 2. Bowden's out at
Oh no, someone.
He keeps it going. He's just going to avoid the grass.
Someone just drifting a little bit.
17, 3 laps to go, 2.5 really as we hit the turn.
Okay,
3
B1 and B2, really close to each other. They're going to fight.
Run, but now the 89 tries to chase him down. They'll get the popsicle sticks as they come to the line, Ryan.
They're 3 and 4 wide further back in the pack, but it doesn't matter if you're Daniel Falkingham. You just want to see that checkered flag. He's getting a big run down the front straightaway. He has a good 3, maybe 4 car length gap, but oh man.
Okay guys, 2 to go. So next time will be white flag. Let's go.
If you're in Falkingham's position, Lowe doesn't have any help behind him. You've got clean air. They're not formed up like they are for 3rd. So if you're Daniel Falkingham, this is a great position to be in.
The only thing that could spoil it for them now is it, like I said, it's frantic at the back. And I mean, just look at that back there.
They just touched each other here.
We're hoping it doesn't.
It's pretty intense, and 3 whites behind this top 5.
As the top 5 start to break away, Wilson starts to make his move. He is charging now. He gets up into 3rd place. He's just got Lowe and Falkingham to go.
Guys, if Casey Kirvan will be on the podium, I'll be so happy. He's before now.
Stephen Wilson's going to challenge for the second position.
The race is official. Wilson.
Okay, final lap, guys. Final lap. Let's go.
In one lap if he wants to deny Falkingham that first win. The current reigning champion already moving down to the inside. Garrett Lowe does not fight him hard. He allows him through.
Ooh.
What can Daniel Falkingham do to hold on to this win? Are the tires enough for Stephen Wilson? He doesn't have help.
Let's go, Casey Kieran. Be free.
That rubber to be able to drag himself up to the win. Down into turn 3. He gains yet more on the entry to the corner. The 54 trying to get down to the apron. Does he cover the inside in time? He does late. It balks the number 10 as they come to the turn 4 exit. Will this be enough, or is this going to be a run to the line? Stephen Wilson follows him out, but no, he doesn't have.
Who's on Be Free? Who's on Be Free?
Is going to get his first win in eNASCAR.
Yay, this guy won. I'm so happy for him.
What an unbelievable run by Stephen Wilson.
It has meant everything. Look at the thrill and excitement he has. His
really good fight. Really good fight.
Congratulations from Wilson going through the corners, bumping him and letting
Casey
him know
get
his
Be Free, no?
What a fantastic defense that was, Ryan. He knew he had to cover that, and at the last moment, he just got it in the way.
That was
before. Ah, that's really close. That was really close.
Just at the right time, just before that corner entry, kind of denied Stephen Wilson the opportunity to get him in the center of the corner. Almost kind of, I wouldn't say a brake check, but kind of stalled his momentum out. And you see it here.
Okay, here's your easy points, Aaron.
Here at the legendary Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
What happens, happens, he said. And what happened was he gets to kiss the brick, Blake.
That is the case. And again, I think if you're Wilson, I think you got to give props to him as well. He probably had a lot of
easy
bet,
bet, yeah.
In the center of the corner that he could have carried, but he wanted to race it out clean. Again, this win.
Oh, really good race, you know. Really good race.
Season Wilson would have just knocked some more playoff points, but what a race and what a drive for Falkingham.
As he burns it out, this winning moment is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official fan refreshment of eNASCAR. He's going to mark up the yard of Ritz here today as the Joe Gibbs Racing driver will get to savor this one and a trip to the playoffs now for that number 54. Man, just a fantastic story. You know, they often say
you'll really stay with this pressure.
It's winners, guys,
really good.
And they picked a fairy tale for this one.
How could you not feel good about that? Seeing the emotion from Daniel
So this guy,
Falkingham,
he stayed out when everybody went for tires. Like everybody, like we had the top 10, yeah?
In eNASCAR.
Let's take a look at the Coca-Cola move of the race. And
move of the race. Let's watch it.
Him to victory lane, I'd say. It was that stout defense that we mentioned as he comes around through turns 1 and 2. That is the bright green and black car of Wilson hunting him down. We wondered whether or not his call for the tires was going to be enough to deny him the victory, and it certainly came close. If it wasn't for this move down to the inside here on the short chute, I think we'd be talking about a very different story.
Well, again, Falkingham aggressive with the block. He goes down, he shuts the door on Wilson, and that's all it took. Falkingham knew off this corner he had the win. He could just block and bring it home from here.
It was close, but it was not close enough if you're Stephen Wilson. Daniel Falkingham finally in victory lane here for the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series, which, of course, will take us to the Sunoco post-race report. And can't wait to get to hear from Daniel on this one, Blake. I mean, just looks like he is over the moon.
Cannot wait to talk to him.
It was really good. This guy's so happy. Daniel's so happy.
Not only are you a Coke Series winner, but as of right now, you
just
are in
stay out under this pressure and did everything
and have a shot to fight for a
in an amazing way.
How does it feel?
Oh, dude, I'm so lost for words, man. I can't believe that pit strategy worked.
Okay, let's listen to interviews,
right there on tires.
And then we're going to open this black box.
Man,
Don't forget about it.
I can't believe we just won a Coke Series race, man, dude. I've been on this service for 7-8 years now, and I always thought about getting to this level, and to actually win at this level, man, over the moon, lost for words. we're going to celebrate, that's for sure.
Not only is this your first series win, Daniel, but as you mentioned, it is something that you have been striving for a very long time. Just kind of talk us through that last lap. Again, you see Steven Wilson. He's able to get by Garrett Lowe off of turn 2. He's got fresh tires. How did that play out from your perspective in turns 3 and 4?
Yeah, man. I saw him coming. I tried not to look at the mirror, but I couldn't help but see that he was barreling right behind me. I kind of overdrove turn 3 a little bit, gave his left front a little bit of clean air, and then he was on my bumper. I had to put a big old turn left, put a big old block on him, just park the center off of 3 and 4, and just hope I had enough drive to get to the finish line, cross the yard of bricks, and we did it. I got to find some bricks to kiss, that's for sure.
Hopefully you don't have to look too far.
No, I'm not racing this series.
You get this win. How much of a relief is it now? You go to Pocono next week.
Bachelor,
welcome.
Happy to see you.
It's not a guarantee, but you'd have to do a lot to lose.
Like, we
your
only
spot
get
in the
3K
playoffs
in a
now.
walls.
You've gone from a rookie now to a sophomore, and now you have a chance to fight for a championship.
That's wild to think about. Just after everything that happened last season, we finished freaking 37th in points. And now to think we're not going to be worse than 10th if we make it to this postseason. We still got one more race. I ain't going to be overconfident or say we're in it yet because we have one more race to get through. You never know how the points can change. But it definitely gives me confidence to have that first win out of the way. Really wasn't even thinking about it, but just have the first win out of the way. It feels good. And now we're going to go have some fun at Pocono and see if we can go get ourselves 100K.
I'm so happy to see person with fan.
eNASCAR Coca-Cola
because I don't have
Series
AC
winner.
right now and got the fan. But hopefully we get in really cold summer, so it's raining every day during the evening.
Of the year, if he were able to find a way to get around Daniel Falkingham there on the last lap. Steven Wilson yet again a fixture at the end of this one. But I guess I'll kind of ask you the same thing I talked to Daniel earlier about. You get by Garrett Lowe off of turn 2. Did you think right there, I have a shot?
Yeah, I definitely thought I had a shot. Fresher tires, we were moving. I think, honestly, we were the fastest car in the race. For a race we were expecting to have a very tough time passing. If you got out of line, you were way off on the straightaways. But we were making it work on that first green run. We passed a bunch of those cars that qualified up front. We were working our way up to the front. And then worked with Femi there in the second run to get up to 1-2 before that last caution, kind of before all the hectic shit at the end. So, my bad. But yeah, but anyway, it was fun. I thought there when I got to Falk, I kind of could left rear air him, which kind of gets him really tight. But at that point, he just threw a pixel perfect block in turn 4, really. And once he was all the way in front of me, there's nothing I could do. I was just pushing him away. So,
thank you so much for the follow.
Congrats to
Welcome,
him.
really appreciate it.
Set up teammates with him, so he was saying these past couple days, he said, I'm going to win this race. And he went out there and did it.
Well, I was going to say, so you guys are set up teammates. It's something that you two work on together. Did that kind of play into how you raced him a little bit at the end there, trying to be a little more courteous? Because I know, again, another win would be nice for you in the playoff points, but a win for that 54 team carried a little more weight.
Yeah, I mean, we saw before. I mean, I'll race guys how I have to for a win if I feel like it's necessary, to move them to pass. I thought in that situation, he just threw a perfect block and he was guarding the inside. So really the only way I could have got to his actual left rear, which would have moved him up, was to put my tires in the grass, which I had a couple moments passing cars on old tires where I put it on the curb and I would just about crash. So that wasn't worth the risk for me. Once he got all the way clear, he did a good job holding the bottom. And I just think that if you push a guy straight on, it's not really going to do anything for you because you're just going to plow up the track with him. So he did good. Pixel perfect block. Like I said, it was just barely enough to where he was clear and it didn't wreck him. And congrats to him.
All right, Steven Wilson still looking like your championship favorite. Continues his march towards the regular season title. He'll pick up P2 tonight. And Steven, I'm sure we'll be talking to you a number of times before this one is all said and done on the Sunoco post-race report. As now we move to Garrett Lowe, another familiar name that we've had the pleasure of talking to many a times after these recent races. And Garrett, it's a strategy call that puts you in position here to bring it home third tonight. If you could unmute there.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't really think we had the capability to pull that strategy off there early in the race, and I think it worked out good for us. Obviously got the lead. Just 54 was a little bit better than us. On the restarts, we were just a little too tight. fire off. So once he got by me, you get one shot to get by a guy with this car. So once he got by, really not much I could do to get back by him.
I know it's been an exciting year for you. You've been able to represent BS Plus competition. I know they've done a lot of things. They even have their own German broadcast going on during a lot of these races. So being able to represent them well and be able to run strong, how is that? How much has that meant to you to be able to represent them well on this level in their first venture in this series?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Obviously, we have a huge support with the number 89 Molly Mustang this year, so it's really great to see. Like you mentioned, we had the whole German broadcast dedicated to them, so that's awesome as well. And you get a little bit more, I guess, personalized broadcast where you're just focusing on me and Jordy. So check that out if you guys hadn't yet. But yeah, it's been awesome. Obviously, we're doing really well in the team standings, and hopefully we picked up a few more spots tonight.
And again, with those two teammates, Jordy Lopez, 9th overall in the regular season points, but still needs that win potentially to get in. But Garrett, look forward to talking to you. Your win locks you in. You're pretty much locked into this point, and it'll be fun to watch you chase a championship here.
Sounds good, guys. We'll be ready to go to Michigan when we get to playoffs.
All right, Garrett Lowe, we appreciate all three of our drivers, Daniel Falkingham, Stephen Wilson, and Garrett Lowe, catching up with us on the Sunoco Post Race Report.
Which takes us to our results for this race. Unofficially, Daniel Falkingham, your victor over Stephen Wilson
guys,
tonight.
about next race. Next race will happen.
Couldn't put up enough of a fight to keep
I'm going to
Stephen
tell you.
behind him. Casey Kerwin sneaking up there into 4th with a great run. Our pole sitter Colin Keister still gets himself a top 5 over Michael Cozy Jr. in 6th. Taylor Hurst with one of the wildest races I think anybody had up and down the field.
Next race will be at Pocono Raceway, and it's going to happen July 30th.
Top 10 after all of that.
So,
Honeycutt was 11th. Graham Boland
yeah, that will be
12th.
in 2 weeks. So you guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks with eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. Thank you so much for watching this and for supporting me today, because I'm not feeling good, not in good condition still. We'll return back to our scene, which we're using on the streams, and yeah, going to open this box.
As well as Bayous for the first half of our 20th to 30th.
Let's open this black box together.
And Alfala, along with Leahy, Zwack, Tinsley, Alt, and then you get to your drivers that had a really bad day. Lopez, Mullis, Gary, Mentor, Bordeaux, and LaPrade. All right, here is where things sit right now. But remember, we've got one more to try and decide who is going to be a part of this bracket for the playoffs. This is if it finishes as is. Parker White and Nick Ottinger, the only 2 drivers that will make it in without a victory on points. Blake, this is going to be, I think, Parker White and Nick Ottinger throwing everything.
What's in the box? We're going to see now.
It may not matter because, Wyatt Tinsley, he is 20th right now, so his win counts, but he is the 20th driver, so he loses 1 spot. He's out. Malik Ray is 22nd. He's out right now, but he can make up a couple of points. And by the way, that 20th position with the number 20 Wyatt Tinsley, Ryan, it's a tie right now. Not to mention, we can get another new winner at Pocono next week. My goodness, do we have a lot that could shake out here.
Well, and speaking of new winners, I mean, it's just shocking to me.
You can guess, guys, you can guess till we're watching results and standings of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. You can guess what's inside. It's something sim racing, some stuff for sim racing.
Of this playoff bracket.
Well, that next race is going to decide it at Pocono. It's the Tricky Triangle on July 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern here on iRacing Live. So make sure and tune in to watch that, because it is going to be a thrill seeing who can put it all on the line to make sure they have a chance at the 100,000 at the end of the season.
No, not banana peel.
Let's go to you guys for our final thoughts on how this went. Blake, I'm so excited that they asked me to do Indy, because it's something special to me, and it seems like it's going to be special now to Falkingham.
For sure, and it was great to have you in the broadcast booth this week. The one thing I'm looking forward to when we go to Pocono is the exact same thing that we saw tonight. Strategy ended up being the difference. Daniel Falkingham, he said it in his interview, he thought he had no shot to win with where he was running earlier in this race. He gets a timely caution, and we know Pocono is a race, Ryan, that is almost set up exactly like Indianapolis, where you can pit, play strategy, try to get track position. I imagine we'll see so many desperate drivers doing the exact same thing in 2 weeks, with the fact that we only have one race left before the playoffs start.
I'm about to say, it's urgency time. There's a lot of guys who need that win to lock themselves in, and with how crazy this race was here tonight, you can only imagine Pocono is going to be even more crazy. So I'll be sure to be there. I'll be watching. I'll be tuning in. It's going to be a chaotic race at Pocono.
All right, it's going to be hard to top what we saw at Indianapolis. We'll see if the Tricky Triangle can do it. Thanks for tuning in here on iRacing. I'm Joe Peak. Until next time, race clean, race hard. We'll see you on the track.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm here. Let's open this black box. What's that? What's that? Oh, this is just yeah, sound just broken. Oh my god. Black box. All right, let's open it. Yeah, let's open it. Any guesses? Any guesses if I'm going to maybe show you a little part of it? What do you think? Metal banana peel. Okay, so these are new plates for T818. Something special on them. So this side, which you're going to see on stream, but probably I'm going to set camera on the other side. And this one for different side. For different side. Let's go. Hey guys, by the way, you can order from Pressmaster also custom plates. Custom gear, yes, yes. So I'm going to show you both. My God, how to do this? Okay, like this. Ta-da!
I feel my conscience falling and open at the page. You heard the lover's warning, calling from the bay. And blistered feet still walking.
So we're going to install them. Tomorrow we'll have charity stream. Guys, don't forget about this. Charity stream. This is a mass charity special event with iRacing. It's going to happen tomorrow at the same time as the eNASCAR happened, so 7 p.m. Eastern Time and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be the start of the race. Yeah, I'm going to race with another streamer. Going to figure out tomorrow. We'll race Porsche Leben with GT3 and going to drive Corvette GT3. And this place we're going to install on our normal stream, which probably going to happen on Saturday, Sunday. I think I'm going to stream. We will do Brickyard 400 and some other racing as well. Love 46 Rolex 24-hour. Well, who knows, maybe we'll have this opportunity in the future. So guys, once again, thank you so much for the stream. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, because you see I'm not feeling good, but I decided to be with you, to spend time with you today with eNASCAR Coca-Cola Racing Series. And once again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for understanding, and we'll see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to race charity race with iRacing. Yeah, we'll see you 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please be here. Bye bye guys, see you.